Ile tuna drive nini alafu nasikia Leoni. And my head was like, hawako serious. Kama hivi. No, you know the guy. The guys they never see on key. Met again and said, no, okay.
Let's make it work.
Let's make it work. You just so in that one, if you see right there, pete sitoi. So him is saying toa pete, but me there's a thing there imeandikwa mimi pete sito. Mimi niko hapa na nyinyi lakini pete sitoi. I have a home to go sleep.
The real boss is at home.
The boss. You took it fast.
Watu wamesoma hii kitu. Wani kama anze kuambia daktari wako hisi homa. Nani amekupima?
Yani architect. Ni sawa.
We've talked but you got to be like.
Imagine on me I see the logic.
No, I struggled when I was hunting. Niko like who alichoraje hivi sasa.
I give up.
Yake itakuwa house one. That's a plaza warming. How do you have a meza name in your own house?
You just say plaza warming.
Bro.
Oti anakuja. Oti bisijongea.
Mimi?
I've not had the full song. I just had. I rapped.
You recorded?
You know what you did.
I just rapped and I've gone.
Yeah.
So I don't know the magic Ted.
Kafanya mambo yake.
And then he says, remember the guy who recorded last week? Here's a song. It's called Mega. Listen to it the first time. Kiss.
Capital.
That guy told me, Pussy song. Huyu ndio jamani kuna kwambia.
Over 26. This is the Bagger Podcast.
This is the Brunch Club.
Over 26. Welcome back to
The mics are closed.
Now, when you watch it, you'll understand.
What up, my name is Chaxy, the mastermind, your main guy, the Lord Chaxy, the beautiful Mariah is around, the amazing Mwass is around, the whole gang is around, episode 114, we are Mike Time! And it goes without saying, 47 years later, 20 years in the industry, he has no name, no is in the building! We have a legend!
First legend in the house.
No, we've had a few.
Oldest legend in the house.
No way!
This is the first Ogopa legend.
Oh, yeah!
This is the first Ogopa legend.
We had one Calif legend.
Yeah.
Yes,
Jua Cali.
Na nalikuja kako na njaa.
And the Kaivas. And the first two letters of Ogopa ni OG.
Ndio hiyo.
See why I'm a writer?
I see you. Oh, jeez, that was man.
You know, it's so hard. So because when you were planning when to do this,
yeah,
it was so hard texting Nameless. Because what do I call you? It's like, what's up, bro? What's up, G? Oh, G. How do I text Nameless? Yeah, so because also it's weird to be like Nameless niaje. I don't know, bro. I'm like
zile shengs za kitambo. Sisi tunakamna ndai amekamna dinga. Sisi tunaitanga polisi ita maponyi. Asi go for dunda unaitanga.
Bro is the safest,
bro. Yani is timeless, man.
Yeah.
Bro.
It cuts across
everywhere.
Sure.
So yeah, man. So I'm happy to be here, bro.
No, I appreciate you, bro. Finally, man.
Finally, yeah. But at least mnipatia chakula.
Wow, of course.
Hata mimi nilikuja na njaa. Let me just throw that out now, because I'm not gonna throw that in somewhere.
I think it's an OG thing.
Mnakwanga tu na njaa.
Kujiita onja.
Stay hungry, bro. Stay hungry. Literally, stay hungry.
That's the water.
That's the key.
Lakini mkule.
Do random people, when random people meet you, do they ask you where is Wahu? Because that is Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Every time.
It's paka unaizoea. Just like tukikuona tunaona Wahu ako wapi. If I'm walking with another chick.
Wahu anamtambia Wahu.
Macho anapatanga. Wewe ni nani? You know those ones. Yeah. But it's they're just looking out for their sister.
It's annoying.
I know, but it's minimezoea. I'm just like, I can tell this is how you know us. Unachujua Nameless na Wahu ama Wahu na Nameless, you know. So nikikuwa pale, I'm just like, yeah. But you know, I'm like, go home. Kwa what? Then
Sawa.
move on.
Ama unamwambia hata mimi sijui ako wapi sasa hivi.
Yeah, by that
Tunaongea
time,
asubuhi.
you know at that point, he has learned a lesson. It's like, actually, why would I think that he has to be the material?
Tulitoka kwa nyumba asubuhi.
No, because we get that all the time. But Chaxy will be alone.
Yeah.
Mariah and Mwass wako hapo, like, bro. You do know we have separate lives, right?
We had to do a live recently from our different houses to just show we don't live in the same
No,
house.
and even someone still said they're in different bedrooms in the same house.
Yeah. But it's how you present, so I guess, unazoea tu.
Yeah. What is it like being your level of famous?
In Kenya, it's okay. In that, you'll get guys, you can get eyes. You can get guys like, but you're not gonna get like too crazy. People kind of like shy. So they'll know you. You'll see someone wants to approach you, but they're not going to be like, they're fearing. Maybe you'll tell them, Nonini. So it's easier. Unless you go to a club. So it's easy. It's not, because me, I watch guys in the States, you're like, bro, it's me, I'll be like, actually don't want that kind of life.
Paparazzi and everything.
But then, of course, we go to the club, Walevi. And it's like you go to the club. Like if I go to a bar and I go there at like 7, okay, you feel eyes a bit.
You go to the club at 7.
No, I'm saying if there are places you go. That's why I was like bar restaurant.
Yeah.
And it's early and you're chilling here and you're like, okay. And then now it starts getting more like at about 9. So between 7 and you feel guys are looking, but they're not approaching. Then pombe kakiingiana.
Everybody starts running.
And it's normally one who just has to fungua that door.
And
Once one guy has come at it, Buddha. Then the others are like,
so you can go.
We have access.
Then the others who enyewe wanakosa heshima. So you find a guy, and I don't know if it's a guy just doesn't know how to be nice, or just doesn't want to look like he's like a fan or something. So he'll be like, maybe he's sitting on one corner and he's like, hey, nameless, Daje.
He wants you to come.
Kuja tupige picha.
Kuja.
Never kumuuliza, wewe na mimi nani msanii?
I'm old enough to be your dad, bro. Like, anyway, I'm like, you just smile.
Bouncer huyo.
Kuja tupige picha.
And he's showing you the love. In his mind, it's love, but he just feels, I can't go and ask him. That's some people,
ego.
That's ego. And you can read them, you're like, oh, that's an ego thing.
Yeah.
Then another one will come and say, hey, niaje Buddha, skiza. My chick wants a picture, so can we go there?
Wait.
One of the chick doesn't have legs.
Imagine.
So I'm like, yeah, but I say it nicely, man.
Yeah.
Because unaweza kwa yezi kuja. Alafu like, shit.
Because kind of disabled.
Oh my God.
So no, then I'm like, I want weird.
Yeah, for me to go there.
Then you realize he had not thought like that. So it's like, akipola, nezamleta. But don't then. So you actually have to like educate guys on how to treat you, unfortunately. True. That's the truth of the matter. Yeah. So I don't get pissed off. I just be like, okay, this guy doesn't know. Okay. So, because if you get pissed off, you'd be irritated consistently.
Everywhere. So
you like, very fast in my career, first year I was like, okay, guys are different.
Yeah.
And I need to read quickly. This one is like this. This was like this. Others will be too. Then the others were extremely nice. I don't want to disturb you, you know. Yeah, but my really can we? I'm like, yes, sure. Come to me. Oh yeah, oh my God. I like that, you know.
And
so,
then,
but
those ones who sing all your lyrics to you, like, sour, thank you. It's nameless. And it's no, like, thank you. I wrote it.
I have to ask though, have you ever had a situation where like you're with Wahu and somebody gets disrespectful and you have to check a fan?
I mean, kinda. I would say, I mean, I can't really remember a situation like that. Yeah. I'm fortunate enough not to have those situations. Okay. But I remember one where it was a performance, and it was actually recently when we're now pushing our music as performing together as the M's.
The album.
Yeah, the album. And we were on a show and she was performing and I was performing. Because at times I'll call her and her set up just behind there, just, you know.
Vibing.
Yeah. Then I just was saying something like, what the fuck? Then I was like, you know, what cut?
Yeah.
So I think there's a guy who had come and tried to like grab her. Yeah. But even before I could deal with it,
it was already done.
So I had to like try and cool her down because I knew she was angry and now and you could see my wifey doesn't have a
poker face.
Wahu looks gangster. Anakaanza kupiga hedi.
Ana poker face. Anakuonesha. So I was like, okay, I need to. That was screwed up, but I don't want it to mess the
whole show together.
So I just were, you know, kind of like talk to her a bit, and then she's like, I'm like, you know, if you want, I can continue a bit. Then you come. And she's like, no, it's okay. So that's the one I can remember.
Okay.
But fortunately enough, there's a way you just avoid being in some tricky places. You try see it early enough and try and whatever it. But yeah, long time maybe. I think the times before even we got into music, those are the days you'd be like in Campo.
I
gotta sing a chick, and then I gotta come, and they're like, man, yeah. There's one I keep remembering. There's one I remember. It was now the opposite. Like when I just hooked up with wifey. Like literally the first 3 months, too many negative things were happening. I was like, udem ni bad luck. Nampenda, lakini, how is it possible that in 3 months this shit has happened?
We discussed it last week.
Oh my gosh. Denis, we spoke about it last month. And I said on live recording, and I said, there's people you link up with and nooks.
So me, I'm like, nini inafanyika hapa? So there was one day, man, I was working with her, like, you know, now, Campo, I think for second year, we're excited. You're happy, man. They're like, mepata na dem, munapendana. Sio complicated. Hakuwa na chali, hakuwa na dem, mumepatana, everything ni poa. So of course, unatemba hapo, man. And her, she's of, what do you call,
PDA.
PDA. Na mimi niko sawa nayo pia. Niko sawa, twende nayo.
Shout out to Bev.
This is an inside joke that I really love.
So tunatembea hivi Campo tu niko na cross hapo
University
hapo. Natembea hapo alafu maboys kama 5 walikuwa natoka side ya Campo. Sikuwa nimewa notice, walikuwa natembea tu hivi, mimi niko tu in my zone. Jamaa ameweka mkono hivi, nimeona anataka tupigane high five, si ndio? So nataka kutoa mkono hivi, akanipiga kofi.
What?
Pa! You know those ones of, you're just like, by the way, this guy was pretty short, right?
Yeah.
So
So that was a high
not
five.
even rude.
It's landed on the wrong way.
Actually, I never thought about it. Now I think about this. Maybe this guy actually had no beef with me.
Maybe it was an actual life.
But it was like my cheek was nice. I was like, I don't know. But yeah, like he was, you know, he was in front. You can tell he was the main guy. And then there are like 4 other guys behind him. And then me, I'm with my cheek. I know him, his hand was like, sasa wewe unatembea na demu wako hapo unasikia poa, acha ni
yeah. Oh my gosh.
So first, of course, you're in like, what?
What
just happened?
Yeah.
So now, okay, hapa ni fighting. Sawa. Lakini I got 4 niggas. 5 niggas. And I only demu wangu anaangalia, so what will we do? This is your first test.
Nothing worse than that.
Yeah, this is your first test.
Unapiga tu nduru.
Lakini ukipiga watu 4.
Superman.
Utakuwa hivi mkono chai inakuja.
I know. I'm like, we. So mimi niko hapo niko, damn, tafanya nini hapa? So me, from those days, these are specs, but these are not shades, right? So those, I was not a musician by that time. So I have specs. Like he's now, right?
Yeah.
So
but
I'm
zako
like,
zilikuanga zile za accountants.
Unaona hiyo picha pia. Unaona hiyo picha.
Zako huku by your style ilikuwa disability. You wanted to see, not to be seen. Tumeziona. Lakini Mungu.
You wanted to see, not to be seen.
Lakini tunaona Jason optical yako amekaa na design.
Hiyo na niyo.
We thank God.
But it's legit true, right?
Yeah.
So me najaribu kuona okay hapa kuna is about to be a fight, and for us having specs was a big deal. My most prized possession at that point was my specs.
Yeah.
So nimezitoa.
Uliambia nini episode? Anyone who wants to fight and do this has already lost.
So mimi niko
So uoni sasa.
me, I don't know what's happening, but I first have to wake up my specs. Kando, kaende. So, sasa hii ni God sasa. Wow. Wamefikiria natoa gun knife. Jua mwenye knife. So nimesikia mdogo akisema, akona daga. So nikajua, hii ndio atatumia. So niko hivi na mkono iko hivi. Naambia kujeni. Mazo anaogopa na wana panic. And then literally that time 5 other guys who were coming from this other side who are rugby players of Campo.
Yeah.
Yo.
One guy sees it's me. It was hard to recognize me because I was below my specs.
Yeah.
Not to be seen.
Because now you're looking
Yes.
you're looking nicer.
So one guy's like, hey, Monsky. I'm like, yo. So I'm like, hey, what up? These guys are trying to Nini me hustle me. They're like, hey. They turn to the guys, man. Hey.
Oh, Lord. Ren.
They took her.
They took off. So me sasa niko hapo na girlfriend. I go, oh my God. That was so crazy, babe.
Gangster points.
Gangster points. Namwambia, babe, don't worry.
I got you.
I was set on about one hip.
Don't ever worry.
Commit a crime.
I'm your defender, girl. But next time you see men trying to fight, run. Because the only problem was she was there trying to be there. That's what was hard to be there. Otherwise, beer, mimi nitakuwa tu sawa. So she's like, okay, wow, man. So now we are there hugging one another. Because as I'm hugging like this, I'm saying, okay. So those guys have already walked off the rugby players. These are niggas outside coming back. Because they're like, sasa wako peke yao. Ningemwambia, unakumbuka vile nimekuambia kimbia, amekimbia kwa wama boys. And then of course wama boys wamerudi haraka hivi. Hao watu juu nikafanya tu kitu yangu tena. Kujeni.
I still got the dagger.
Sasa unataka kuwadunga na 2020 vision.
And the typical group.
So that was like one of 3 episodes in the first 3 months I started dating her. And I was like, then a guy tried to dagger me to steal from me when I was with her again. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, this is a lot.
Huh?
Ukapigana?
No. Like he cut my bag. We're walking with her again, tembeing. Like this thing of having chicks, manze, you know. Walking, and then the guy cutted the bag on the side. And then when I turned, I'm like, oh, stuff is dropping. So now I'm like, hey, this guy can't. So I'm trying to look at him, and chick is here. So I'm pushing outside. The guy's looking at me like, coming the knife, like, you know.
Yo.
Then me, I'm like, moving back. And then a cop just popped here.
Yeah, God really loves you. Like,
bro,
God's favorite child.
Guess who's calling? Wahu.
No way.
Wait, Nico on air. I'm on a, So with a good text with his kids. But then I was here bitching.
I'm on a romantic call.
I was just remembering how uko beginning of our relationship, how I was just having beef and issues with you. There's a guy who tried to dagger me. You can't remember the other guy who slapped people in my face. The riot police who almost killed us.
I'm telling you.
Because of you. Remember, it's not your fault, but it just happened the first month of the... Anyway, wacha nimalize hizi story. But we'll talk about that. I'm at text.
Nameless tell people. I think wives are the most important people in this life.
True.
Yeah?
Nameless is kwa OG hapa na sasa anakumbusha kuja na maziwa. Umesign autograph umetambia
sawa. Niko sawa. Wewe usikose kuletea maziwa tena. I'm like, hey.
Nikwambia tissues meisha.
So anyway, so those first 3 months, the dagger, that one, God again.
Hiyo ingine ni ulikuwa lakini hiyo siku unajua alikupatia vizuri.
Hey. Uja man, he's the guy. All the time. And yeah, God loves, because even there's another time that it was a riot.
What?
Yeah, riot.
But only those within that
Those
few
3
past
months.
few months.
You're stronger than me.
Hata mimi kwa nimeenda.
Ungesema hapa
3 months, 20 incidents.
Yeah, the first riot, we used to have riots every time in Nairobi, but all the time. So it was that one. It was a riot, things are thick. Then I used to tell her, stay home when there's riots. And I mean, stay in your room. But I was like, oh my God, there's too much drama. I need to come and check on my boyfriend. Hatuko na simu, by the way, hizo times. Mobiles were no mobile.
So she just pulls up.
So you are just like, me, I don't know how my boyfriend is, and I don't know how I'm feeling. I just want to go find him.
Yeah.
So ametoka Chiromo na besti yake. Mimi niko mamlaka, tumerelax tu na maboys, tunasikia tu kuna nini. Nikaona tu demu wangu hapo. Huyu ni Wahu. Anarudi nini hapa? I've come to see you, but so me, I'm like, okay, sikiza. I need to take you home. I need to take you to your home, not even nini, because it's all unsafe. Tukirudi. Sinatembea hivi St. Andrews. I swear. Ninatembea hivi na mwambie don't come, na mwambie told tunafika tu hapa literally 5 meters away from me, a truck full of GSUs in a park mbele, wakasema huyo ni moja wao.
No.
Mimi nilikuwa na hizo days na ndava bandana. Nilikuwa na bandana.
With the little dreads.
Yes, small dreads are popping.
Yo.
Huyu, do you know when they say paralyzed with fear? I was paralyzed. Like, I'm like, I can't run because I can't watch her.
Yeah.
I know she can't run. She cut me like this. These guys have said, chomokaing from the truck.
Coming for you.
I mean, the driver has... No, it wasn't the driver. It was one of the guys in the back said, stop.
Moja wao.
They're coming out. Me and I'm dead. So akitoka hivi. Me, I'm watching. I'm looking at her. I'm thinking, this is the way I died. For sure, this is the way I died. Because apparently the students had killed one of them the day before.
So now they are out
with a slingshot.
Wait.
So they were finishing
Everyone.
They're like, this one of the guys we're going to teach. Yeah. Me, I've been innocent. I was not like, I'm just like, why does this happen? This girlfriend of mine. This is problems. Yeah. I told her. Same thing. Ama3 comes in front. So the Nini is there. Yeah.
Yes, you guys.
Yes, she's on the other side of the road. As we're just about to reach the road, Ama3 comes and parks there. Me, I'm still looking at them as they're coming out. The driver of the GSU truck looks at me and tells me, enter that Ama3 or you're dead.
No.
I swear. He's all looked at me like,
umesimama bado.
These guys will kill you.
Ule mungu alituma rugby guys, akatuma karao.
Yes.
Ametuma matri.
Yeah.
Ametuma mat na ametuma driving.
Jesus
I said, oh
Christ.
shit.
So you snapped out of it and got into the job. Yeah.
And the thing just left. And then they watched me. What? My cheeky said, oh, babe, I'm sorry.
That is a form.
Usiniongeleshe. No, I don't know how.
Enough.
Yeah.
I can't do this. Tao, kamfikisha home. Nikatoka huko nikasema, damn.
No.
God, sasa, I think I've got the sign.
The sign has been sent.
I've got it. Yeah. I don't even know how we ended up. Yeah, but yeah, it was hata sijui vile hizo soro zimeanza.
But Nini, you're a club ya kuja tupige picha. I'm taking it up as a challenge. Yeah. Caroline Motoko, come tupige picha.
The day you meet Drake, you're like, Drake,
Just take a picture.
Hey, come take, and you're like, wow.
I have some gifts for you.
Oh,
yes,
yeah?
sir. Yeah.
Hey, man,
So-
hapo nimekulishwa chakula.
So, Tumi and Nyakio,
Oh,
you have to decide which one they have
Who's
different
gonna get
messaging.
what?
So you have to decide which one goes to Tumi, which one goes to Nyakio.
Wow, this is so
This is
awesome.
our merchandise. Yeah.
Hey.
It's our
This
merchandise.
is so awesome. Certified
Petty
pretty
girl.
gear.
So who's the
Yes.
petty girl between Tumi and
Oh,
Nyakio?
petty, not
Yes.
even pretty. No.
Petty.
Petty girl.
Yeah, certified
petty.
yengine utacheka.
Yeah.
Enda uoge Wacha mchezo. Sa atembe akigoli.
Akibeba vitu zake akienda shule akifanya anything shopping.
Swag bag.
Yani anaeka hivi. Sasa unasoma ukitembea.
Watu wakimkatika look at shush and walk.
So you have to decide which one goes to Nakio and which one goes to me.
But Tumi looks like a diva. I feel like Pettiga would really suit too.
No. Honestly, to me, this one. We like certified Pettiga. Yeah. I mean, siko baya. And sasa kina nakwa petty, but I think ni mtoi. But I guess, najua mimi naambia mtu acha utoi. Ni mtoi wezi mwamba hivyo, juu ni mtoi.
Mimi naona watu wa wasanii wanafaa wachiliwe. Juu sasa bidako ni msanii. You're never bullied. Unaishi tu vizuri.
No, but this is thanks, man. This is too awesome.
And then for you,
now
you have to wear
man.
our badge with pride, but it comes with a card, with a nice message.
Thank you for taking me home with you. Stick me anywhere, anytime. Just make sure everyone sees.
Sit now, get your badge.
It's for the badge. So now you're a certified checkmate. There you go.
Just to be clear, this is nice, man.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Zile madeni mzako unapenda kuvaa?
Yes,
Stick it.
Ingilia hapo, yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, acha niweke hapo sasa hizo.
Yes.
And your tuendelee nayo. Black na yellow inawaka.
You know what?
Right?
Yeah. The contrast.
Yeah, man. This is nice, man. At least nimefikiriwa.
Ushaenda interview refu hivyo ujiulize hata juu ya muziki. Now we like telling our fans.
I mean, you're a musician, by the way.
You know, I do music.
Najua kuna watu wenu wanawatch wanasema, but this guy, what does he do, by the way?
Majenzi kwanza.
Who is this guy?
Who is this guy?
Who's this guy,
They had
man?
some
It's why they're saying he's a legend.
Yeah, what is this?
Why is he saying he dated without phones?
It's how are they texting?
How did you used to text? Insta story ulikuwa unaona.
Akiana na Wahu akitembea kwani there were no Uber.
I know.
For real though.
But,
So, growing up, I'm curious. Growing up,
Yeah.
what music was playing around you? Like what were folks listening to? Ukisikiza tu nini?
I mean, I think the things that came out. So I have older siblings, 10 years older than me.
Yeah.
Damn.
So their vibe.
How many
The
siblings?
vibe. 4 others.
Okay.
5 to 10 years older than me.
Okay.
Yeah, the last one.
Yeah, I'm the last one. Yeah, I mean, yes.
When do I kutumia?
Si shauti wangu inapendwa kwetu.
Wendo ule wa nitumie 5K agent.
Hi, how are you doing? Unataka how much?
I say, imagine I was that kid, but not in a bad way. But anyway, let's move on from that. So I'd say for me, the ones that started touching me and the music that started touching me was MC Hammer. When MC Hammer came out, I was like,
Can't touch this.
yeah. I was like, I like this guy.
Yeah.
Started 8. That's when I started feeling, okay, I've been hearing other music, you know.
But this one resonates somehow.
This one is, I feel like
Like there's a vibe to it.
Yeah, so MC Hammer definitely was someone that inspired me to be like, okay, I like him as a performer. Pop artist, still hip hop, but it was singable and all that. And then I got into teenagehood, Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre are the ones who made me say, okay,
This thing
now
is
now we are talking. Yeah, so those are definitely my early influences. And even my first song, Mega Rider. Hey, by the way, mini musician. Go check Mega Rider. Dropped in 99. If you listen to Mega Rider, it's straight up Snoop vibe where I'm just like laid back rap, telling a story and all that. And then I kind of changed to sing rapping because when I entered the industry, I realized, okay, and as I was saying earlier, guys were not going to buy your music. They love you. They tell you we love you, but I just don't have the money to buy your music. I'll pirate it. So I knew early enough that, hey, I need to be a performing artist because that's the only place
you can
that
make
make money.
money.
And songs like Mega Rider were more for listening. Or if we had streaming, there wasn't streaming then. It would be more of a streaming song. So I changed. Now that's when I joined Ogopa. because I noticed Ogopa used to make those
Bobs.
club bangers, and I was like, yeah, I like what you're doing.
Yeah.
And so that's when I started now doing music that's more performance friendly, sing along, poppy,
Commercial music.
Commercial
Make
music.
you money. Performance.
commercial music, yeah. And that I kind of got inspired. Another person I noticed and I watched, and he was closer to home Africa wise, was Femi Kuti.
Ooh.
Bang, bang, bang.
The legend.
Bang, 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 bang.
Bang, bang,
Yeah,
bang.
but I was like, damn, this guy is African, but then it's still
Yeah.
vibe.
Yeah,
So that combination of that kind of did that. And then locally, when now Kala Mashaka came out, I was like, okay.
Getting closer.
possible.
You can
It's
get closer
possible.
home.
Potato, Africa,
Before I was like, I
Kenya.
was just admired, I loved,
Yeah.
but they were too far for me to even think that I can even write or sing a song or be a, yeah. But Kala Mashaka, I remember. But actually it was the opposite. What happened was Snoop and, trying things. I just met even Wahu and all that. Write a few things, you just think, okay, I can rap if I want. I was writing some lyrics. And as I'm writing the lyrics, Kala Mashaka, the song called Tafsiri Hii
Tafsiri, yes.
comes on radio. I legit put my pen down. I was like, if this is the quality of stuff, I can't even compete. Because they sounded so good. And
So
from the
street,
ghetto
it's so,
street, I was like, wachana hiki tukuda. Hii utaenda kujiembarrass, bro. I swear I put my pen down.
Yeah.
Because those days we didn't used to
didn't
write
have
music.
notepad.
So I put my pen down for like 6 months. I was like, forget it. And then another opportunity came later during a phone call. Phone interview. No, not phone interview. It's not homework.
Phone audition.
It's one of my favorite stories.
It's
I had it on
homework.
CTA.
Yeah. So that's now when when they said, if you think you can rap, that's the next time I said, but then let me try.
Just do it.
Yeah, let me try.
So that's when I called in. That's when I said I'm nameless.
I'm nameless.
Because I
Because you actually didn't have a name.
I hadn't thought about a name. It was those of, and when I think back, I was lucky because that day I was in a very down mood.
Wahu alikuwa amefanya?
I know.
Alikuwa tena,
Yeah, man.
strike tena
One
na
of those
amekuja.
things. That's one of those things your chick does just
Yeah.
to stress.
Yeah.
But I was generally in a very low mood in that time. I think it was one of those things I remember because of a letter I didn't written to myself where I felt misunderstood by everyone, including my siblings. They even said that. And it's because I needed money from them because my folks have retired. My folks have just said, sort your small brother. So every time I ask for money, of course, I feel like they're going to be like, oh, God. So I start feeling bad because now I feel like they're judging everything I do
Gotcha.
because we give you money.
And the money was for music. Come on, the money was
No.
Just
no.
basics.
That time, no, just school.
Yeah.
Okay.
School.
Architecture, you know how it was.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I need money. They didn't really have a problem, but I felt that. So I told my mom, you know what? You need to be the one who's asking because I don't want to have a negative relationship with my siblings when they're calling them for money. Pili unasema, unataka do nini? You just feel, it kind of messes you up.
Yeah.
So I think around that time I was really like, man, I don't know what I want. So that, because of being in that state, is the only reason I called. Because I honestly felt I have nothing else to lose. I literally was in I don't say a depressed situation, but I know definitely when I think back, I'm like, I wasn't the type who would have called to enter
A radio station to do that.
I wasn't the type who would put myself out there. I feared rejection too much. In fact, the time we tried it with Wifey before, because even Wifey, we kind of like music. We once went for Star Search. Now, to go for Star Search, you have to do an audition first, and then you're told, now you'll go into Star Search.
Yeah.
We went there, me and Wifey. Before you enter the main room, you see the secretary. So the secretary tells you, you got you to sing here. Ebu sing something here before you enter there.
For the sec. So the secretary is getting personal entertainment.
Yeah. She's like, I was just like, where kwanza where before you even
Just a boo.
imbia, yeah, so that we know where whether we're wasting our time.
I don't blame the secretary. Ulikuwa umevaa hizo glasses?
Bad though. Oh yeah.
I don't blame the secretary.
True. Because I definitely do not look like. I was like, now these ones who keep coming to disturb us.
alikuwa anajaza
Huyu anafaa kwa class.
Straight up. So
Ulikuwa unakaa chopi,
kabisa. Yani now and I think about it, I'm sure she was like, just first say something so that we see whether you go to level 2.
Okay.
Of course, you are nervous. You're we blew
Fail.
it. We blew it. Fail. But it is how she told us that we failed was, I think, was a bit extreme. Because she said, fanyeni hivi. And then musirudi next year.
Oh!
Yeah. As in muko mbaya. Hata usijaribu kuja next year.
Haitaji
Labda
panel beating, kill it.
kill it. Ama labda the year after labda kutakuwa na maji kutafanya.
Yo!
I
You
swear.
go to that secretary.
Congratulations. You played this.
But later on we actually met with her.
You're joking.
And she was a BGV. And she BGV'd for us. Oof. And it's not in a
There's
bad
nothing
way.
more humbling than that.
I know. We didn't, of course we didn't come like, no.
I mean, I would have glowed. You mean?
I know, but we were looking and saying, do you know this was the chick who... And I don't know if she remembered.
Most of the times they don't.
Maybe she didn't, because
They
maybe
don't.
she was seeing so many.
Yeah.
She's just like, don't come.
It's another one,
yeah.
whatever.
But in my head, I was like, as you say, full circle moment, because she was in entertainment. She used to, you know, you're just doing something, you can sing. So she was in BGV. And then there was one time I was doing band. And also,
Boom, she was there.
I still remember. You know, you don't forget.
You can't.
You don't forget things like that. Yeah. So because of that rejection, I was not willing to put myself out
There
again.
anymore.
So that day, like I literally say, like when they talk about the importance of having courage, yani that it can, like that days I'm just like, yeah, that courage, that fear, you have a fear, but you overcome the fear and just try. So I did everything. I did. I hid my identity. I'm nameless. In that story, of course, I would go to another room to call, so that even my guy, who's my boy, doesn't know.
You guys were doing an internship at a bank.
In a bank, yeah. So we're together and my boy, but I don't want him to know because I think he might laugh.
Yeah.
So I go, I call, I come back. Even when I come and talk, I'm not sure how good or bad I am.
Yeah.
He's the guy who's telling me, oh, you just missed another guy called me.
That's my favorite part of the story.
Yeah.
And it happened like twice or thrice.
Yeah, twice.
Every time you go to the toilet,
He's like, bro, kuna jamaa anaitwa Nameless, amepiga tu nini hapa sasa, because the radio is playing in the office. I'm like, for real? Yeah, ni mnoma. Ni mnoma. So me, did I know he's giving me motisha?
Yeah.
Then the next day, they say, Nameless, wherever you are, you know, you won the first round, you know, get some time to call us back for the second round. Yeah. Namcheki huyu jamaa sitaki ajue.
Ni wewe bado.
Toka tena.
Make the call.
Napiga rap yangu, narudi, ananiambia, Sasa unatoka. Huyu jamaa ni bad. I'm like, ama mimi ni bad na sijui. So I win that one. I still don't tell him. I go back to Campo, because I used to work at night.
Yeah.
Then I go Campo. That time, nipapatana na wife, that time girlfriend, nikamshow, yo, nimeshinda hii kitu. Because the first night I told her, I've tried. It's like, you tried, yeah. Second night, because she was listening out, it's like, we won, yeah. Then went the next day to meet Ted Josiah.
Oh, shout out.
Ted was the top.
This is Blue
Blue Zebra
This is Blue
days,
Zebra Day.
bro.
Yeah. So you can imagine you're coming from 0
to 1,000.
Ted Josiah.
That's crazy.
Because 6 months before you listened to Kalamashaka.
Wait.
Who you thought this is impossible, you cannot
Yeah.
even get there. Now I'm meeting the producer who produced Kalamashaka. This shit has just happened. You're like, I didn't plan for this stuff.
Yeah, all this capital is taking care of your first song.
So they said,
you're the winner. Yeah.
if you think I rap, we have the top producer here. Try. So I'm like, I'm with Ted. Ted tells me, okay, what do you have
Do
for
your
us?
thing.
I rap. He's listening and he's like, bro, I get a good storyteller, but there's no hook. So I'm like, what's a hook? What's a hook?
Well, yeah, like,
Me, I don't even know what a hook is. I'm like,
what do you mean?
and I'm a chorus. I'm like, oh, chorus. It's like, that's how green I was. I hadn't thought of a chorus.
Just stumbled into this thing.
So he told me, go back and think of a hook. Then come we record. So that's when I went and thought of Mega Rider. So Mega Rider was a ticket of like if you use a route all the time, the bus would say just buy a mega rider card so that you get it at a low price. So you pay it once in the month, and every time
You just
the condi comes,
Yeah.
Unaka used to think, at least it's like it's so cool.
Like that's so dope.
It's like you're a detective, like
full tag.
So the song was that. It was just about a campus student. And all the things that surround a campus student is normally pressure of school, pressure of chick,
Cash.
want a chick, pressure of money, pressure of schoolwork. Because remember, there's a time I talk about wanting a first class.
Yeah.
And then pressure of the fact that I have a passion, which was music. So I brought that in, how I was in TEDs, and I'm trying that. And also pressure of Wababas. So there's a part
Babas have been there ever since.
Yo.
Wababas, that species has been there.
Wait.
Meaning
thing.
In time immemorial.
That's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
It's just that now they have it easier. That time you had to drive to Campo.
Yeah.
To pick up chicks in your Peugeot.
Yeah.
Excuse me, IG.
Yeah. So it was still an issue. So for me, I remember because my chick, Wahu, at that time, alikuwa na compete hizo Miss Kenya, Miss
Yeah,
University.
she was a model.
So nilikuwa
All
na
eyes on
feel
her.
pressure. Niko kwa audience nasikia mbaba nasema uwe Wahu manze tutamtoka. Nasikia kuchizi. Tunajua imeenda. Inaenda. Alafu naenda backstage kuongea naye nakuta. I always remember that scene of her just receiving the card.
No,
The card.
A card from Mbaba.
Yeah, Ababa. So you imagine I've had a guy talking like,
In the audience.
Yeah, you've had a guy
And now
saying,
you've seen her receive
then
the
when
card.
now when you've gone the thing has squished, you're going.
Congrats.
I just meet her receiving it. Jama kujam.
Wait.
So of course I was like,
Of course, you're
Yeah,
always
like
bruised.
regardless.
I saw you. Then she's like, I took it. I'll not call him as just being kind and
And also you don't want mambo mingi.
Mimi
Just
ningejifanya
course,
namhug tu nampickpocket unaitupa. Oh babe, come here, congratulations. James Wanyonyi KPLC.
big tokens.
Ama unaiweka.
Yeah. So Babas were there. So I put all that in the song. So if you listen to Mega Rider, it talks about that. It talks about club scene. It talks about the fact that the chick refuses your storos because you don't have a car.
True.
And that's why I say I don't have a car, but I have a Mega Rider.
A Mega Rider. Yeah. So we
So
can
that
still
was
move
how.
around.
Yeah. So that's how my career like.
Started.
So I was like, shit, I have a song. It's called Mega Rider. Oh, so now I went on Monday to work.
Mega Rider is
Your colleague again.
And the presenter says, remember the guy who won last week?
Yes,
I'm
the
just there.
jam
I'm just there doing typing with my boy.
Yeah.
Skizing the radio. I'm like, this song. I've not had the full song. Then I rapped.
You recorded?
and I
You
left.
know what you did.
I just rapped and I've gone.
Yeah.
So I don't know the magic Ted.
Ted
has
akafanya
done.
mambo
Yeah.
yake.
And then he says, remember the guy who recorded last week? Here's the song. It's called Mega Rider. Listen to it the first time. Kiss.
Capital.
That get on pussy song. Huyu ndio jamani kwa nakwambia.
Hilarious.
Kila saa unatoka.
The last two times.
Huyu ndio show.
Na bado hujamshow.
Some show. So mimi nasikia ngoma. First in my heart I'm like,
You're like,
this
what
Whoa.
is this?
Ted has done his magic now.
This is me. Like I don't think I can ever. Buddha.
Oh, sorry.
I don't think I've ever I don't think I can ever get that experience. Yeah, it's
The first high.
the first high, the first breaking of virginity. Those toros.
Literally.
Yeah. So me in my head, I'm like, wow, this is me. This is my song. And that time there were not 20 stations. There were like 2 stations. So 50% of Kenyans
I've heard this
are
song.
hearing this. Are hearing it
radio,
now.
half of them are here.
So I'm listening to it at the first time also. I'm like, wow, this sounds good. It was an ecstatic feeling. So towards the end is when I started now bumping to the song and rapping. So my boy is like,
How do you
you
know
know this
this?
How
song?
do you know
That's
this song?
strong.
how can you know this song? And I'm like, bro,
It's me.
imagine this is me. It's like,
It makes sense now. Yeah.
and I'm like, yeah. So even for me getting to the industry, there was like, it was like I wasn't going for it. I wasn't sure, but it's kind of like it was nudged, and I had that fear of either rejection. I'm not sure. So then I'm like, now you're nameless. Now you're
Embrace
there's
it.
now everyone wants to see you and hear you.
Yeah.
So by that was Monday. By Friday, I was being told, "We got a gig for you." Aulipwi, lakini
You just pull up.
pull up. It was David Morethi who was giving me that gig.
Wow, shout out to David Mureithi.
Yes, the OG, of course. Yeah, David Morethi. Yeah. So, because the others were architects, so they told me it was something. I think DSTV that time they were launching. So I was like, okay, I have to create up a set.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, what's my look? Now all these things.
You have to figure it out.
That's when I came up with the Zorro look. It was because I liked Undertaker. So I liked his look. I liked his mystique.
Yeah.
So I was like, Zorro, that's Zorro hat.
Damn.
With
And
the
the
mask.
yeah.
And a long black kabuti. And that was now Nameless. So for 2 years, people never really knew how I looked.
Oh, because of the mask.
So I could go for
Nameless,
a show.
faceless.
I would go for a show. Because me in my head, I'm like, okay, I have this brand, but I wasn't even ready for this.
Yeah.
It's cool. Like, I'm still engaging. Don't do these buses. Now you are a celeb and one. So you're still trying
Still have
to
your
keep...
Mega Rider card.
Yeah. So you're trying to separate the Nameless from just Monski.
Yeah.
So I kind of used that thing to kind of like
Like a facade of some
facade,
sort.
yeah. So what that gave me the opportunity to do is I would be going for a show in M3 and a guy's talking about tunaenda kuona Nameless.
And you're in the same job with
That
them.
is wild.
He doesn't know. So I'm getting feedback. I would do a show, perform, finish, go change,
Get in
go to
the
the
crowd.
toilet, and hear guys discussing how the show
Nameless
just
was
happened.
good.
Yeah.
Damn.
So I'm just like, so it's slowly giving me like, okay.
You understand
I'm
what
not-
the market is saying.
Yeah, and they're liking it.
True.
So you're like, hey, that was a nice show because that might add a stage act, some dancers, So and it was just one song, performing. Then I do the show and guys are like, Margarita is a very chill song, the first one, not the remix, the first one. So guys are like, yeah, this is nice. Then some other guys come called Bobby, Baby Cool, and
From
Chameleon,
From Uganda.
From Uganda.
and Red Sun.
Wait, just before you get to Baby Cool and
Yeah.
Red Sun,
Yeah.
so with that mistake,
Yeah.
were there any fake Namelesses in the country booking shows in Eldoret?
So funny enough,
Yeah.
the first 2 years, I didn't have that problem.
Yeah.
Because
Because there was no social media, people don't know your face.
I had that later, but not, funny enough, not the first time. It was like a year and a half, too.
Yeah.
Then someone broke the news in the newspaper. There are a reporter who told me, man, hey, we need you to send a picture. So I told them, no, let's keep.
Let's keep it on the hush.
Let's keep it. It's nice to keep the mystique. Let people keep
Yeah,
wondering. Just
who's
play around with
this?
it. And right. She asked me, "Kwani fiki in America?"
Ah?
The people want to know you. Jua man.
At this point, how
It's
chini ya
done.
maji is it? Ni Wahu tu wanajua na yo.
No. Yeah. So a couple of guys know, of course.
Yeah.
But another reason I didn't want, you've studied architecture. It can be a very subjective cause. So if your lecturers don't like you, they can make you fail.
Yes.
So I didn't want them to know I'm also a
It's a
musician.
unit called studio.
Studio, if a guy decides,
I don't
'cause
like
it's-
this house.
Yeah, he can just tell you that house is bad. It could even be nice. So now I didn't want them to know
Yeah.
I'm a musician.
Makes sense.
So I'm like, let me keep that life separate.
From my
so
personal
so
life, yeah.
guys in campus there are rumors. Do you know Monski is actually Nameless? That's what guys are doing. But for the general public, they have
No one
no
knows.
clue who Nameless is. They just know he appears, he performs, he disappears. So that I liked it because it let me be myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have a car, of course, so I don't have that pressure.
What I need
What
to.
I need. So for me, it was ideal. And I was like, if I can push this for long enough, I can
The
have
better.
that.
Yeah.
Of course, that lady just messed me up. Put my picture there. It was a wrap.
It was so
Yeah,
So now in Kapuna, everyone is like,
No,
whoa.
where you made it
So
feel
now my life changed. Now I had to lecturers. But the funny thing, lecturers, it was the opposite.
They like the
They
music,
like-
They were
the
like,
guy,
no,
they
they were
like-
like, this lecturer told me just what we were saying earlier. He said, do you know music and architecture are the same thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
So
that, yeah.
it's all about creating and creating for people. So when you take a break from this, you're still actually working on the same muscle, but with different things.
Yeah.
So they were like, it's actually going to be an advantage for you because whatever you learn from
Here,
your
you
journey in
just
music, you're going to
translate it to the
translate it
next.
here. It's just that you're using. And I was like,
Damn.
damn, okay.
Actually, this is funny you've said this because when I was in high school, I studied design. And then I went and studied architecture. And I've told you this before, both classes, the first building class and the first music class, you are asked to define what music is. And then in architecture, you're asked to define what a line is. And in music, they said... A line. How do you define a line? All of us looked at the lecturer like this. So in music, they said music is organized noise. Then in architecture school, they told us a line is a continuous dot.
Say a continuous dot.
Hey, okay. Sawa. Ilikuwa tu hapo unaigrab.
Dot inaendelea.
I was like, because I think it's lecturers. They're just like, these are new kids. This is the first lesson. Let me blow their minds.
Yeah.
They remember me.
Yeah.
Every year to a
straight up. So that even for me just made me feel, okay. So now I'm like, okay, now I need to understand how to navigate all that. That's around the time now Ogopa.
The windows.
Ogopa. When I saw these guys rapping and high energy. Yeah. Because our performance is low energy, but engaging. People are watching. But these guys come. Shouting all over the place. The crowd is like, So I was like, who produced these guys? Ogopa. I was like,
so you went to look for Ogopa? Oh, that's how you got signed to Ogopa? Like you took yourself to Ogopa?
I took myself there. I told them, hey, I met Lucas. He's like, I'm nameless. He's like, oh, you're the guy. Okay. So I said, I want to work with you. He said, okay, you come. And we just struck a chord proper. Because at TEDS, I was struggling because I was still a B artist. They were A artists. So the A artists were Giddy Madi.
Was Deej there already?
No.
Susan was not there.
No. So it was Giddy Maji. And now Hardstone.
Ooh, Hardstone.
Hardstone was the first
He was a rapper. He went to the States and I don't know.
Yeah, he was literally the first pop
artist,
urban pop artist that everyone was like, you can't be celebs here. Yeah. And then Poxy Pressure? Not Poxy Pressure.
Necessary Noise?
No, they were not yet started. There's another guy called Darling P.
Darling P.
So these guys were the guys.
The Dons.
So you're always told, Kuja kesho kutwa, Kuja next week, Kuja. So you realize, okay, Siko Baya, this guy is focusing on this guys because this is where the money is right now.
True.
You have just started bubbling up. So I just jitoad and went there. Now when I went there, I felt more at home, more taken more seriously because now this guy was also coming now to challenge Kina Ted. Because Ted were the big guys.
Yeah, so Lucas.
So now Lucas is now hungry. So it's like, let me hear your vibe. Let's try this song. I did a song called Majitu.
Yeah.
Iligonga ukuta. It didn't work. But
kama ideas za Rick.
Iligonga ukuta kama ideas za Rick, man. Happy birthday, Rick. So that's how my journey started, and then I understood, okay, why didn't guys like that song? I liked it, but they didn't like it because Majit was, it was about it was a sinister song. Yeah, it was about like wild, not gorillas. Like it had some black. Not black magic, but not black magic. Yeah, so Majitu was a TV show that we used to watch, and it used to be scary. But just like Undertaker, I wanted to have that
the mystique
and what. But Ken was like, "He's only Ghani."
Nah, bro.
Peter. So now when I saw that, I was like, okay. So that's when I did Mega Rider.
No, Mega Rider was out already.
That's when I did Manaless. So Manaless was more of a dance song, but now more easy. Yeah. And that's what Ogopa was. Ogopa was about just easy party music, middle class, Nairobi, just having fun. So now I was like, that's now the music.
What does the contract at Ogopa look like at this time?
The what? The
contracts.
They're not really. They're not signing. They stopped signing artists.
No. I'm saying at the time, where were you?
Oh, at that time.
Yeah,
the contract.
Yeah, what was it like?
So the contract was partnership. So if he sees you have potential, he's like, I won't charge you.
Oh, wow.
But I'll own a percentage of your
music. Makes sense.
So my negotiation was 35%. They own, I own 65%.
Okay.
Because I'm the songwriter.
That's a fair deal. That's
very fair.
Yeah. At the time, you'd get such a deal. Because Saizi, even till now, artists are getting shit deals.
Yeah. But because they're not going to really invest in you that much. So you do it, go with it, and then you do whatever you want to do.
That's what the marketing is on you.
Yeah. I mean, they would help. Their name would help.
Yeah.
And they would...
Ogopa Deejays.
Yeah, Ogopa Deejays.
You'd be part of a collective.
Yeah, you're a collective, but you're still going to do more of the work. So for me, the way we looked at it was we divided it into 3. I'm the performer, meaning I'm the face,
Yeah.
30%. I'm the writer, 30%. And he's the producer, 30%. So 35. Yeah. So it was a third. But then now in the album, now they were taking more in the album.
Okay.
When they sell the album.
Okay.
But in my performance, of course,
You
take.
own
So I
it.
told them, you take
What you need to take.
in the album.
Yeah.
Give me my small, but don't touch my
Performance.
Yeah, because I knew that's where.
The money.
real money.
That's what the bank
That's
is,
where
yeah.
my money is.
Royalties and whatnot is still complicated.
Yeah.
Even till up to date in Kenya, it's still,
Yeah, it's
you know.
hard.
And I knew that's where I'm going to put my work. That's now going to be me. you
Yeah.
know. So we kind of like do that.
Yeah.
And then when I sell a song, a license, hey,
Give them that.
we got something, man.
that.
Yeah.
35%, 60%,
65%.
70%.
But like,
That's until date.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it still did. Yeah.
yeah, lakini Lucas, anakaje?
Okay, wait, I honestly
Bro,
never
you know,
serious, to be honest.
No, even online, I promise you. Even
There's
if
no
after when the dark
Now, him was lucky enough, because even me, I envied that. I envy the fact that you can do great stuff, but still be private.
Yeah.
Me, I couldn't. I tried. It couldn't happen. But
Because
him,
even Claymore, I think I meant to like people have known his
Yeah,
face.
yeah.
Oh,
But
But at
Yeah.
least Clemo's face is all over
Yeah,
the
we know,
internet,
yeah, we
you
know.
know.
Clement
Yeah,
and on
to
stage like
Lucas.
Jua Cali.
Yeah, he's even on stage.
Lucas
Lucas.
managed to never. Now it's even worse. Don't even try. And he says, "Thanks God," because now
No
he
photos,
can
no
just go
nothing.
back to life without the pressure of you are the Ogopa.
Yeah,
What are you doing now?
yeah. And he's still,
How does he look
he's
like?
within movies and whatnot.
Is it
Up
movie?
on a
Yeah.
profile picture.
What is his
Korean
build
shit.
like? Mwass, Mimi.
Oh, he's built.
Yeah.
He's
Calligraph.
pretty pumped. He's pumped. A bit shorter than Calligraph. I'm trying to think which artist I would say. What's her name? Nadia's wife. Nadia's
Arrow
Arrow
Boy.
Really?
In
What?
terms of
In terms of build.
Okay, now he's older, so he's a bit bigger.
Yeah,
But Arrow Boy is always bold.
around that.
Yeah, then the shape of the Ogopa head is
That's his head.
That's him.
No, that's his
Hiyo
shape. Yeah.
kisogo ni kubwa.
Akili hapo.
Yeah,
Yote ya Kenya.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you know, you guys were so big. Let me, let, just for context, right? So 2 or 3,
Yeah.
I remember, so I just buried my dad. Then a month later, there's now the extended family comes. The usual, there's like a meeting for, things are changing now.
Yeah.
And then that's the same weekend Issa died.
Wow. In March.
Yeah. So, because I was still very young,
March,
that's
yeah.
the first time I ever listened to Issa and You. Because I remember that night, so
Yeah.
when there's the gathering, Usiku,
Yeah.
I was there, chomaing, nyama, nini.
Yeah.
That's the first time, and there was just Issa.
Yeah.
Issa songs
Issa
playing.
songs
That's the first time I
playing.
had Bomba Train. I remember it up to date.
Wow.
And I come from a really small, tiny village.
Oh, yeah?
Uko, Kuria, like...
Kuria.
Amabakuria. Yeah, like there's such a small tribe.
Yeah,
So that's how big, like in the village,
Yeah,
guys were
yeah.
paying tribute to Issa
Yeah.
and just playing Issa songs
Yeah,
at
yeah.
night. And I was like a really
Nah,
small kid.
that's crazy. Yeah. Like even when you look back, and I'm like, because you can imagine it's few stations. You know, now there's so many stations. Yeah. So you someone can know songs here, but you don't know. There, generally, everyone would kind of know. As long as you check a national hit, as long as you check a song that can be able to cross over.
Yeah.
And Issa, our relationship with Issa, like I look back, I was like, you don't have those kind of relationships often, where you bond very fast and you want the best for each other, and it's a nice synergy that we had.
Yeah.
That even his growth, because he would be the type who would be like, we've done a show and he comes to me after the show. We sit after Ogopa tours. Comes like, hey, I did the show, but now he was like, how you're going to be tonight, where you unafungua. You get it? Yeah, that guy.
Alikuwa anafungua na Bomba Train?
No, that was before.
Okay,
Before we
this is
did
before now.
before we
Got
tried
you.
Boom.
Got you, yeah.
So that's how we started now knowing each other. So he's like, now me, I've always been like the older brother. So
Yeah.
so now I'm like an older brother. He's like a few years younger than me. So we do a show. His music was very hip hop. So it was nice for the club, for the listening, but in performances, it was like how I was struggling with my Garaita.
Yeah.
So he comes to me and he tells me, hey, guys, I like my music, but I'm not singing like
The energy.
that you guys are having. Because me, I've already gone through that process.
Yeah.
And I've understood and now changed my style into now more sing-along songs.
Yeah.
Nina Noki.
Guys are singing a lot.
They're not saying many things. They're like, bro, don't say many things. Just say those simple things. That's what guys want.
Yeah.
So Issa is coming and is like reflecting. So I'm like, the thing I did was just simplified to make them sing along. Now, Issa's strength is he would take feedback and now kill it. So now we'd always check with each other. She comes in, I've done this edit. So when I listen, I'm like, damn, that is good. Sick. That's sick. Like you've understood the situation. And that's the thing I tell artists. You have to know how to read the audience to keep adjusting your packet, your product. So you go, you do, you're like, okay, but guys, there are guys who just don't want to admit that something didn't work. So that they improve it. But that was the beauty of that. You learn. Even me, I would look and say, okay, my guy is good. But these are the guys when they come and say, it's like I was not doing anything. Yeah, so I need to know what to change. Yeah. So even him is like, so he comes, he checks, he changed a few things. He came, he showed me Kamata. I'm like, hey, Buddha, you're not bad. You know, man. Because I was doing my album before his. Because he's coming, he's found us there. This was on fire. Okay. So me, I'm already like 70%. I'm still there. I'm a slow writer, so I take time. I'm there. So then he comes with an idea. He tells me, and then I've done this one called Mos. I listen, I'm like, bro, una kili kitu. Like you are getting these things very fast.
Yeah. And you're listening for the first time now.
No, so because you're just like your friends. So you come with an idea. You come with something.
Hold up.
This one, let me kick it. Okay.
It's not us. It's come on, man.
Wow. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
No, but even me, creepy crawlies. I will fight a lion, bro.
But anything that you can see and then can't see.
Any small thing that can crawl, I'm out. I tell my toys, by the way, Ebu save us. Go there. They're like, but the toy feels good. They're like, oh, so there are things I can do that you can't do. Yeah, you give them that thing of, that one. Yeah,
that's your
a lion.
I'm
the guy.
You've seen these videos of someone taking like a sufuria and then they funika a spider. And then when they lift it, it's not there. And then
there's a hammer.
You just see them with a suitcase outside.
They're like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I don't know where the
head
I'm gone, yeah. So, so Mos. So literally, then I'm like, okay, when he bad, man. Like
he's gotten the formula now.
Too fast.
Yeah.
But then so even Lucas calls me and tells me, hey bro, are you hearing how this guy is coming with some crazy? I'm like, yeah. So he says, and then he comes with Boomba. He shows me. He showed me Boomba in number 3. So we're in number 3 together. And then he says, bro, now there's this other idea that I want us to do together.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. And it's like, boom, 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 ba. So I'm like, okay, I told you to do simple shit. But he was like, no, man.
I'm gonna have to
Because he always tell me that shit kills me. Yeah. So I'm like, hey, Buddha just say he needs simple sana. And he's like, no, man. Let's say, we're telling guys, because guys were now already hitting on us. Like, you guys just sing songs with, beats. So it's like, now let's tell them, this is us. Yeah, Boomba, we have come to share. And if you don't want to enter the Boomba train, So he's giving this vision. Because now we are saying, let's work together. Because the more we're growing, the more we're getting hit. Yeah. So I'm like, bro, you're pretty on point. No, I wasn't sure. Sorry, I wasn't sure. Yeah, like when you were saying it, I was like, hey, he make was simple, sana. Yeah. Then Lucas comes, he's like, in fact, he says, once even the instrumentals, I'll do it the same way. Yeah. Yeah, like kabisa. So me, I'm like, hey guys, are you sure?
It's sounding too simple.
Yeah, it's too like even the track is going with. We did that. We did then the rap. So we did that. So straight up, Lucas was like, have you noticed how this guy his ideas are pretty fast? So I said, yeah, you know what? Maybe his album needs to come
first
before mine.
Yeah. Songs Kuja.
I mean, they're coming, yeah. So look, then of course he says like, "Are you sure?" Me, I'm like, "Bro, you are on fire." Yeah, like literally you're on Nini. Because we said now, Boomba, we released it became big. He just done Mos. So now his shine. So me, I was already at that point bigger than him for some time. Then now he's calm, he's working. Then now his shine is now bigger than mine. So literally on the day of the accident was the time his shine was now big. So and why I say it's
the show for in Nakuru.
Yeah. So now that whole thing of it turning, And the good thing is, that's what I'm saying, friendship is very important because there's no one feeling jealous about anyone.
It's all about
There's
that
everyone.
movie.
It's excitement, actually.
It's excitement. And then you're like, because I remember that night, there was a moment where, because I used to be the one who used to funga the show, and then I call him for Boomba. But this time I was like,
Touch him close.
bro, I'm like, you realize these guys have come to watch you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, and then he knows it, but he's waiting for me to tell him.
Fake humility, love it.
You get
It's not even fake. It's
not
a
fake.
brother.
It's small brother.
It's a small
etiquette.
brother.
Yeah.
It's a small brother.
It's not fake. It's I kind of think it is,
But I
I'm
want to
not
hear
sure.
from you.
And if you think it is, because I respect, yeah. That's what I'm telling you. It was genuine, like,
Yeah.
because I told him, then he said, yeah. Okay. And I'm like, then he's
Let's
like, yeah.
do it then.
Yeah, let's go.
I'll do it.
Let's go.
But you think I come? I'm like, bro, you're. It's like now the way now next week you'll be told you're ready.
The day you'll be playing before me.
You just be like, bro,
I'll just be like,
bro. Let me be honest.
Fine.
I remember how you were
Fine.
starting like,
Fine.
it's your night. Then you're like, then you'll be like,
Yeah.
I kind of felt it. I kind of felt it, but I wasn't sure. But now,
yangu
That
Kuja na
you said
maringo.
it.
huh? Yeah. So it was like, and it was perfect. And then he called me back. Bro, like, it was
Wow.
crazy. Everyone was like, yes, these are the guys who are ruling. And we came after the show, we went upstairs because we were in Dimples. So the rooms upstairs. We'd taken up a floor. So all of us, I like how I said that.
Hey,
we're taking
an
a
entire
floor.
floor.
And bro, you should see how Dimples are small place. They're like all rooms.
But remember, there was no showbiz in
It's
Kenya.
like
Yeah,
it was like I don't call it a lodging. It's okay, but it's a small. But anyway, long and short, we were because friends were so there were, all of us are there, so we're having a party there. And I'll never forget for me because that was one of the most important things is us sitting down, me and Issa on the side, so like many guys, and we're watching guys and excited, and we're just telling each other, bro,
What have we done?
yeah, that dream we had of coming together and it's working. Like, did you just see what happened? Yeah. So we're like, you can tell you're like, this
It's
is
taking
about
off.
take
Steady
off.
rising.
Taking off,
True.
So of course, the next day when the accident happened and he died, me, that's when life didn't even make sense. Yeah. Like you can just be then. It's like a movie you're watching, everything's and then boop, like in the 20th minute, you would come to watch a 2-hour movie.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, something is going to happen. It can't end. That was the main guy.
Yeah.
You see, I built it. It was about to go. Then, so that's how I felt because that threw me like that was
Sorry.
like, whoa, man,
So sorry.
yeah. So it's. I mean, for me, I learned a lot. But for me, when I look back at that friendship, I mean, you value that synergy where you're like, you're helping each other.
To get better.
What I mean, Boomba for me is it's not just a song. It's just continuous communication. Yeah. Because if you listen to the words, his nameless atucheki na watu, how he came up with it was more of an affirmation song of saying, we're here to stay and all that. So for me, I was like, when I perform it, I feel like we're conversing. You get, So it's, so some of those things were gifts, even in that process. Yeah, I was like, okay, this guy told me, nataka ushike hii song. Yeah, alafu, because Issa really liked people loving his music. So now what about fans? Any fan would come. He, of course, looked cool.
Light skin problem.
Kijana wa Somali.
Kijana Samsis, the guy has to be like,
Fan akishaenda, mnacheki.
I'm like, yeah. I mean, it was like literally a small bro. But you can see his joy is that. So for me, when I see guys like still bumping him, I know in wherever he is, it's just like,
Yeah, you're my
Umeona
man.
that for him that was his joy.
Yeah.
That time he was 21, so we had not been thinking about money. It was just I made something.
Just the passion.
You guys are loving
It was the
it.
passion that was
straight up
driving.
passion. It was
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
So it was definitely a big season for us.
Yeah. All the Issa songs that are out.
Yeah.
Is that all that he ever recorded?
Imagine.
For real.
Bro, because he would come up with good ideas. There was
And then he was
on the
21.
spot.
He was just getting started.
Yeah.
Yes, he was getting started. And then Lucas, there's only one that we thought, but we can't find it. But anyway, that's not even the point. Like,
Hakuna mtu alikuwa na notebook yake mahali.
his bro has, and there's some in his, but not that many.
Gotcha.
But the cool thing was that at that point he was, any idea I was getting?
He was
Home
on fire.
studio.
Hiyo ni noma.
He was on fire.
He was
Hiyo
on
ni-
the
hiyo ni
spot
noma.
guy. So hata akitoka home ajua anaenda kurekod nini.
No, I mean, he'll write,
knows?
but I'm just saying all the ideas he took to Lucas
He
were
didn't take
approved.
time. Okay.
So when he reached 10, he said, funga
album, yeah.
album, hakuna haja ufikiri tena, we sasa rest. Yeah. Tuko na album, tutaitoa, his album was supposed to come out in April, and he died in March. So he didn't have so he was just told, don't even write for now,
Just relax.
cooler, and then now I need your brain to chill so that later
The next project, you're
you'll
fresh.
come fresh. So when we're like, hey, is there any other music? We're like, imagine he had not recorded so many songs, and all the songs were hits.
Yeah.
So that's how his that's how his album Nimefika came, and we launched it in Carnival.
That was posthumously now.
Now in Carnival.
yeah.
Which of your records dropped and just completely changed your life, especially financially?
Financially, Ninanoki definitely was a game changer for me. So the main songs that I say were game changers, of course, was Mega Rider. I'm like, haya, Buddha. Kwani mulikuwa serious? Okay.
Yeah.
And that was, I'll never forget Mega Rider for that role. And then Ninanoki was the one that made me like a national, artist.
Truly.
Yeah, so that one was like, even me when I heard it the first time, I was like, what
Damn.
animal is this? You know, even Lucas was like, Buskiza. Like he knew.
Yeah.
He's like, this is different than Ninoki. And then for me, Sincere was, let me tell you why Sincere. Because Sincere was a Reinvention song. And a Reinvention is normally one of the hardest things for any artist.
Yeah.
Because you've already gotten something, it's working, and then all of a sudden it stops working, and then now your shine goes down, and then it confuses every artist because you're like,
What? I thought you had to
Yeah.
Kwani what's up? Then to find what to retain and what to change is normally the hardest thing for an artist, because it's now you have to really think through it. So I went through a lot of stress after the first album, On Fire. It's worked, then plateau goes down, then get married, and then I'm like, sasa hata meoa, wachana. We are wachana.
Acha ajenge familia.
Manze, you're feeling chicks saying, wewe.
Wewe ni sawa tu.
You're like, manze, for real. A chick is like, yeah, where story yako?
It's done.
Yeah. So, tunataka
On to the
misaleni.
next.
Yeah, the chick is like, so I was feeling, damn, mama, I made a mistake. What's happening?
It's now 2:05 the wedding.
Yeah, 2:05.
That was in headlines in every newspaper. Everywhere. In Naivasha. I still remember that.
It was a negotiation. Me, I negotiated. I told them, don't say before. Because if you say before, I've been shit with invites. I have a certain number of invites I have to do. And my wedding was 500, but I knew our friends.
500 people.
The wedding
Those
was 500.
days.
Yeah, for 500.
500 was balling.
500, that's a concert. You're going to perform.
Yeah, so there's 500.
Oh, you mean budget?
No.
Yo, people, those
Budget was
days.
500
No.
nameless.
So now,
What, 500
no,
on
500. No, 500. Skis are 500, but then 200 to 300 are family. My mom.
Watu wa chama,
Extended.
People don't know.
Okay, the usual.
That's a family. And then now you're left with your 200 now to split between you and your wife.
Got you.
So friends.
So kuna 40.
Yeah.
You're going to 160.
Unajua vile inaenda. So but luckily we have many common friends and all that. So there was a bit of friends that you've known as you've grown up and all, and then also friends from the industry. And then so I negotiated with the Nation and Standard. I'm like, skizeni. At least that one, not like 17,000 bloggers and all.
Yeah, it's not like now.
Skizeni.
Asa hii hata hakuna mtu
Usiseme.
angepiga, ingetoka tu.
Yeah, ingetoka. Hiyo. So ngana listen, usiseme, but nitawa invite. Sasa hapo mpige
Picha na kila
mpige
kitu.
shekse.
Exclusive.
Yeah, do whatever.
So they're like, are you sure Nation haitasema? Are you sure Standard haitasema? I'm like, none of them is going to say. I told them, please, yeah. So that's why when now they came, they were like, both of them now was like, chukueni picha. Because now that's an after.
Yeah.
Of course now you get guys, yani Buddha.
Yani huku niko.
Yani huku ni invited you to vina vile ilikuwa Kenya yote ilikuwa. I'm like, imagine sio Kenya yote. And then now what I did was 500 for the day, then an extra 200
The
for
evening.
evening. party. So there's some guys who I gave a card and said,
We kuja
Strictly
jioni.
for GOD.
We kuja sherehe.
and the guys were like, Nisa.
Haina noma.
Mambo ya kanisa.
Yeah, I'm like, hata sikuwa nataka Nisa. I'm like, you are my boy, you get it. He's like, me nataka tu sherehe. The concert, evening party.
Did you perform?
Of course.
And Wahu pia?
Yeah, but now my friends.
It's friends. So it's
Madness.
Klepto,
Hey.
not Jua Cali was Klepto, even Bamboo was there, Lenny. Like, there are so many artists who are just like, give me the mic. As a dancer as well. So the one mistake we did is we had told the videographer in the home. Yeah. You know, you're saying, imekuwa poa, wenda.
Yeah.
It gets crazy.
Then you realize,
It's a real party.
Simu ni Motorola.
Hello, Moto.
So, man, tunge nini, one had pictures, but, you know, I remember Natalia, it was really nice. Like, guys were like, we are so happy. We just want to have a good time. Then I always remember a time when me and wife, we just went behind the tent to Kakachu and said,
What is all this?
Mebamba. Yeah, like everything went right. No issues, no rain. You know, weddings, how sometimes have an issue.
Yeah.
Like
Seamless.
Taylor alikuwa on time.
Everything, any email line, Nick, everything. So yeah, it was literally a blessed day.
Yes.
So to answer you, sincere was now after you feel your shine has gone and you're getting tense, you don't know, and then I sent to different producers, and then I sit with one producer.
Who actually produced
it? Was RK, so I went to RK.
Whoa.
Now RK had that sound, man.
Yeah. So he was in Zouk. So now I've finished with Ogopa, you know, then I'm like looking for a new sound. But everyone I'm going to, they're trying to give me a sound
The
like
same
Ogopa.
sound.
Like Ogopa.
But I'm like, nah, I need a more mature sound. So literally when he played for me Sincere, when he played for the track, he did it by mistake. Because him is like, that's not your kind of track. So it's like, you need for one of my bonus tracks in my album. I'm like,
That's the one I want, yeah.
I wrote the song in 2 hours. I knew this is what I've been looking for.
Wow.
Yeah. So that changed, like literally changed my, and made East African and even African, like people I won many continental awards.
Yeah.
Because of
Sincere.
I remember the first time I had Sincere, nilikuwa nimetoka shule.
Yeah? It's called Beat.
Beats. Hallelujah. I was like, what is this?
Yeah, ilikuwa the beat ilikuwa inakusema.
Beat of the week kwanza, Monday.
Actually, if you are beat of the week,
Beat of the week.
Simple.
Hiyo ndio trending sasa.
Hiyo ndio ilikuwa Billboard yetu.
That one, and also remember when they used to put lyrics on the Sunday Nation huko nyuma.
Bas.
Bro.
Yes,
do you know
yes.
I have
A book.
these auto books that we do in high school?
Yeah.
No, forget high school. In primary school.
Yeah.
So I used to have a book where I'd take out the section.
Yeah,
So I have
yeah.
Sincere.
Sincere.
I have it. Yeah.
Because me,
I wish I could. I remember I would have found it.
I lost it to my bro because now in our house the rule was moja na get this weekend, mwingine next weekend. Because we used to fight a lot.
Yeah.
Me and my bro have the same book.
Yeah.
So mamangu akasema gazeti ya Sunday ni yako ya next Sunday hivyo hivyo.
Yeah,
So we used to get the bad ones. Beyonce ametoa nini?
All of this botch. What the hell am I gonna do with this jam?
I used to give my bro like shika basi. Let me chukua yours next day. Then Sincere inatoka ni yako nayo. The next one is Chris Brown ama sijui mambo matu noma.
Yeah.
Mimi napata hapo ati ala wale ile mambo.
Napenda njaro za mabotch. Why would you just decide to have this on the paper?
That's too funny, yeah.
Or I find like some Britney Spears and I just leave to
They're not for you.
let me go with it to school. I'll exchange with some babe. I'm like, the tail nameless. Britney Spears.
Yeah, so that was big for me, like as a reinvention and a song that really changed. So now it cemented me in TZ and Uganda. Guys in Nigeria would know me because of that. And Channel O awards, those things, yeah. So, and for me, it was one of my proud moments because to reinvent is not easy. Yeah, to find a new sound that people can still resonate. You
know, you mentioned Uganda and TZ. And then I just remembered you started saying something about Baby Cool and Chameleon coming in. And I think we never got back.
No. I was saying that Baby Cool and Chameleon, when I was performing Mega Rider, they were here. They were already here. They worked with Ogopa, chini ya maji. So me and I perform. Then now chameleon and be cool, come and perform. And their shows are high energy. So that's when I was like,
And guys
who's
knew there were
producing?
songs here.
There was them. They were not Ugandan. They were
Yeah, at the time.
So guess what? So they launched their careers in Kenya with Ogopa. So that's how I knew about Ogopa, because that's what
Because their songs were high.
So I'm like,
who is this?
And they were
Then they
sing-along
tell-
songs, you know, like...
Yeah, but
Kuna ngoma unasikiza tu mara tatu unajua.
Yes.
yeah, but then for me it was the energy,
The
and all
energy,
that. And I'm like, who's making your tracks?
Yeah.
As a guy called Ogopa DJ.
Oh,
So that's
Taylor's.
how I went now. That's what I was talking about.
Okay.
These guys. Yeah. So I would say that's the song that Cynthia was definitely a big song for me.
Yeah. So just mention a few songs, then just tell me if there's any cool stories or whatever was happening in your life. Juju, featuring Mr. Lenny.
Juju was my first video. Yeah.
All these other songs...
They didn't have videos.
Audios too.
Maisha ilikuwa ngumu kitambo.
So
unatoa ngoma unaingia TikTok.
Juju, and we did it with Lenny. That's the one I said. I told Lenny I want us to do a video for this one. And I put, because you know how you say first impressions, so I was like, this one has to be right.
Yeah.
This one has to be right, yeah. So I put a lot. At that time, that's 2003, I spent 150K that time.
Whoa.
Was a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. In
Yeah,
2003.
cranes, rain
Cages.
machine, cages.
that video used to
Cages, let me
scare
tell you,
me.
cages was, cages. You know, cages. So initially I wanted to do glass cage. But I want to make one glass cage and then I multiply them on the screen. I didn't know. I was like, I don't know how to do it, but I'll do it.
Yeah.
And then one day when I'm doing a recce in showground, I see those cages. So I asked them,
Is it
this one
possible
is
to
a
get
Nini.
them?
Yeah.
That, you know, that to make manyatas for a movie we are shooting, that we're taking them on Thursday. And that time, this is like Saturday. So we're taking them next week, Thursday. I'm like, wait, do you think I can use them? Like, yeah, talk to you. I go there, luckily it was a fan. Nameless. Yeah, let's go. But by Thursday, we
Need them back.
have to have everything ready
Yeah.
and shoot on Wednesday. So now that's now the Juju has
Yeah.
clothes,
Yeah,
fully
but-
frank, those things. Now we did all those things so that we make sure we take advantage. Then we set it up, lights, Nini, many lights. So lights cost a lot. Crane, rain machine, the crew, yeah. So that's for me, Juju. That's
That was
what
the one.
Juju holds in my heart. Like it was literally my first. So I made sure I get it right.
Where was it shot? Was it like in a studio?
No, in showground.
So where the things are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly. Where the things are, there was one of big warehouse. Yeah. So the guy just told me we'll shoot here, and it's good because even those film studio guys, they're just there.
Yeah.
So everything was fast. Yeah.
Then Friday featuring Nonini. Actually, was there beef between Ogopa and Calif? Chini ya maji? There was, no?
There was beef, but beef was more like competition beef.
Okay.
Yeah. So me, I can't cheat you.
personal.
Nonini personally. First time I had Nonini, Siko Ubaya. I was driving in my car. Trueno sports car. This was a kind of my first car. Second hand, but it was ile tuna drive nini alafu nasikia Leoni. And in my head I was like, hawako serious. Kama hizi. No, you know the guy. The guys they never sing on key. They're just like, so I'm just like, there's this kind of guys. I'm like, go come. And I'm like,
You get to the verses, ushaitwa na gari yole.
I'm like, kama hizi ndizo competition. Hakuna.
Ulikuwa unaona unasema?
Easy gani. That was on a Tuesday, right? That was on a Tuesday. Me, I'm like, tuko sawa. Hii hawatuwezi. Hii Calif wanatuambia hatuwezi. That was Tuesday. So on a Friday, I am at a concert, an international concert. I don't know who's playing. I'm just there to watch. I don't think I was performing. I always remember hiyo song ikaanza kucheza. Ya Nonini. Nikasikia.
Kiwaru.
I was like, what is going on?
Ulipigia Lucas na come studio.
Buddha kuna shida. Yeah, ama boys.
Ground ikikubali
Ground imewakubali.
Yeah.
So now we went back and we're like, we need to check these niggas. So now I just watch. We're like, these guys, their sounds is raw. Lucas was a bit more musical. Yeah. These guys were raw. And then as you're saying, they're just saying some other things there. Nitakuchota kwani. I'm like, that's why I'm trying to be smooth here with Juju. I'm like, okay, guys seem to be liking this.
Yeah.
So we kind of like, need to check. So anyway, the long and short is, there was that.
Competition.
Okay.
Yeah.
And even when Jua Cali came in, okay. Then Jua Cali, another guy warned me, he told me, Quach used to be the MC.
Yeah.
So it was my boy. So Quach came and told me, because those days, nilikuwa nashikilia industry in terms of like
Pole,
the
man.
last for
Najua.
these are my days.
Mgongo imeuma sana. You had literally the weight of the entire industry.
Okay, no, cannot do that way. I'm just playing. But nilikuwa nafunga show. So the guys will always know this is the guy who's funga show. Yeah, sawa. But then now Nani told me, Quach. Yeah, backstage, it's like, monski ni boy wangu lakini. Huyo jamaa ni bad. Like, are you sure? It's like, yeah. Huyo jamaa ni bad. Wewe unaonaje? Unataka ufunge mando? You think anaweza funga?
Unakupatia option.
Yeah, that because Jua Cali was now just there. So he was telling me now there's a debate, but Jueni boy wangu,
wewe unatakaje?
Sitaki kukudisrespect. Maybe itaku hurt.
Yeah.
I'm like, lucky for me, I never had those issues over me. I'm like, oh, for real? Okay, wacha funge. Utapiga. So mimi nimepiga yangu So nimekaa kucheki hivi. Like, what the hell is this nigga? Yeah, so that's when we knew
that these guys are here.
Yeah, these guys are, so shit is shifting. So tukakula humble pie. So mimi ni strategist.
Garudi.
Nikasema okay. Lucky for me Nonini akanipigia Buda ni aje. Nataka tufanye kazi. Because guys, like, I like your vibe in Holiday. I want us to do a song, but for Friday. So I'm like, okay, I think that's cool. I said this is going to help me with my street cred. Because me now nilikuwa nime lock down corporate. Lakini street cred I needed because I needed points.
Now ndo ameshikile street sasa. Rawness.
Wao koroa kwa sisi Buda ndio street. So mimi naomba okay. Mimi niko na corporate wako na street. So tukasema tufanye kazi. So tuko hapo na work nini. Alafu corporate wanasikia fununu nafanya kazi na nani?
Nonini.
Wananipigia. Usiguze huyo kijana.
For real.
Oh yeah. They're saying that guy yani ako blacklisted kila valley.
Yo.
Yeah, oh jamaa, bro, what are you doing? So me I was like, shit.
Toto.
How do I do this?
Toto.
Because jamaa ananiambia. But me nasema, I know that the street love this guy. And these guys are giving me all theories why, but I'm like, no, I just have to know how to retain my brand, but work with his brand to show that I can work with him.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean I lose myself in you.
Yeah.
So I said I'll still do it, and they're like, bro, are you sure? I'm like, no, I'll do it in my way, but I want to show that you have to respect the streets. You can't dismiss the streets.
Yeah.
That's another mistake corporates, I think, sometimes have. Where like something is hitting, then you're refusing to accept that there's a big community that love this.
Yeah.
It's just to understand why. So we did that. And yeah, we kind of like almost had a beef with Nonini because he wanted, there's a scene he says, toa pete.
Oh yeah.
Oh
in
yes.
the beginning. Yeah.
Yes.
Ilileta beef nyumbani.
So yeah, we have just gotten married, imagine.
Yeah, toa pete ni Friday.
Just gotten married.
Misbehave.
Alafu amesema hivyo lakini anasema si ni wewe umesema, so it's okay.
Yeah, it's you.
Words
It's his verse, yeah.
It's you who said, so it's okay. Yeah. Me, I didn't say it. Lakini yeye alikuwa anataka the graphics. Yeah, so when I've gone to look at the first edit, because he was working on the first part, I was working on the second part. Because both of us were editors. That's the funny thing. Okay. So I go look at it. Naona kuna graphic amefanya. Nimetoa pete na kwa graphic. Tumeenda, we are going to watch that cut with wifey.
Ulilala kwa couch.
Sikulala. Niangalia hivi hata mimi nasema hata mimi hii sikuwa na kitu. Naambia nonsense. I'm like maybe I've just come by the way. We came with you. Naambia bro, siwezi get married like a few months, and then I throw my pete.
Yeah.
It's like Monski, unajua yeye, I'm like Buddha. Brand ya hiyo ni wewe. Hiyo brand ya controversial ni wewe. We wache. So bikosana. So ikashat, like he's not doing and I'm not doing. So we went off for like maybe like 3 weeks. We were not agreeing. And then I don't know how we met again and said, no, okay.
Let's make it work.
Let's make it work. You just, so in that one, if you see right there, pete sitoi. So him is saying, toa pete. But me, there's a thing there, imeandikwa, mimi pete sitoi. Mimi niko hapa na nyinyi, lakini pete sitoi. I have a home to go sleep.
The real boss is at home.
The boss. so that's how we resolved it, and tukaitoa. It worked. It worked for me. It worked
For him as well.
Yeah.
Talk of Reinvention. The last song I mentioned is Coming Home.
Yeah. Coming Home was interesting because Coming Home, it was actually Sony that approached me.
Oh, that was a commercial project.
Yeah. So Sony came and said, Jueni msanii tunaona. We want, that's when World Cup was being held in South Africa, 2010.
Yeah.
So they wanted to create an album from Africa. Yeah. So wakakuja wakasema, okay, can you write a song for World Cup?
Celebratory song.
Yeah. So I was like,
project.
yeah. So I was like,
How much?
unajua unaambiwa exposure. You know how these things go, bro. Yeah. There was no, I was given some money, but it wasn't big
Like
money.
a big bag.
Like you have to know what's working for you. Yeah, I would have lost that opportunity, and for me,
sure.
it was a good opportunity. So they're like, we'll give you something to whatever, and I was like, negotiated. I do my negotiation, and I'm like, okay, this is good enough because I'm winning and you're winning. So I did. So I wrote another song called By Your Side. Yeah. So it was a love song, but it was talking about I'm by your side. Yeah. Whatever it is.
Like our heroes?
Yeah. So me, it was just a love song. So if you listen to it as a song,
Yeah.
it was whatever, baby, I'm by your side. Right? But if you put spot visuals, you would still feel like the fans are saying we're by your side.
Like we got you, yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, this is going to be nice because it's still a love song, but it's also.
It makes sense.
But when they listen, they had an issue with it. They're like, no, it needs to be more sporty. So then now when we did another one with my producer that time. I had a studio that time, and that's when we wrote Coming Home.
Coming Home, yeah.
And we sent it to them, and they're like, perfect.
That's it.
And the one, but the Coming Home that is in that album, the FIFA album, doesn't have Narudi Nyumbani. So that one was fully English because I was thinking I did a song that people can understand.
Yeah.
So 1 year later, I redid the song.
The one that we know now.
Yeah, with I said I have to localize it, and then that's the video that I shot. So that's the one I released in 2010 and 11.
Yeah.
And for me, how I wrote it was every time I would go out to perform, I would always feel the pressure of being a Kenyan, and I need to kill it every time. Every time I go somewhere, I know if there's any Mzungu there watching, they're like, where's that guy from?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Kenyan. He's from Kenya. All right. He got energy, man. He's cool, man. He's I would feel like I have to represent so you can get my point. Yeah. And I'm sure there are stories I have for days of places I would go and things are rough in Amsterdam and you're like, vuta bangi tupige show. It's legal.
Unapanga roles kama ngapi?
No.
Snoop Dogg ameacha.
Ameacha bangi. Mimi na Snoop tuko hivi.
So mimi naona ndio tushikilie economy ya madila. Tuongeze.
It's for the dealers. It's for the dealers. For the rollers.
Chumi ni ngumu bana watakula.
Snoop ameacha. You know. Yeah, but
kama unafuta mbili ni 4 sasa.
yeah. So anyway, long and short, So that's how that inspiration came.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, whenever I am, I'm on a mission. By that time, I had one daughter, so that's why I wrote it like I'm writing to my family. They loved it. What then? Kenya. Now I had to make sure. So if you watch the video, I've used very many athletes.
I remember even the famous Oliech goal.
Yeah,
Mbili.
So I had to meet all of them.
Wow.
Agree.
All. I went to Eldoret. I met all those athletes. I sold to them the concept. They said that's cool.
Me do it.
1 or 2 refused.
Ni sawa.
Kina Humphrey Kayange, Kolo came through for me. He even acted a bit where he's in the changing room. Went to Strathmore. Shout out to Strathmore. That's where I went to high school. So in the changing room, I was like, that changing room is nice. So I shot it there. So it was also a very interesting project for me, like when I was doing it and all that. But yeah, it was music and sports coming together. Yeah.
No, but speaking of corporate bags, was Trust your first?
Zoe.
Zoe?
Zoe girl. A Zoe girl.
I
Zoe girl. That was Zoe girl. Yeah, that's it.
Wrote the jingle.
Yeah. Me and my girl of jingles, man. Yeah. So
jingles.
I mean, I have, because pop artist, so you have to. So I like the challenge because now it's a corporate guy telling you, okay, can you take our product and create something? So I just used melodies and stuff. So Zoe Girl was the first one. Yeah, 2003.
Who alikuwa kuli? Hapo ana TV.
Hapo ingekuwa ngumu. Hiyo ingekuwa ngumu. So
Zoe
Zoe Girl was 2003. I shot it in India. Even if you look at those 2 dances, I was being made to dance like an Indian. and then Trust, I think, was, I feel 2005 or something. Yeah, Nameless akona yake. Jingle. Yeah. So but that one was my first one. It was a big deal for even the industry because no artists were really doing like jingles and commercials. Yeah. So
I'm gonna mention some names. Tell me whatever comes to mind.
Okay.
Triomio.
Triomio.
Do you see Issa in Triomio the way people see Issa in Triomio?
I kind of do.
In what sense?
Because he's like 19 now.
No. In what sense?
In his passion and drive.
He's also light skin.
Yeah, also that.
Anaongea ile Kiswahili ya huko coast.
Yeah, in that, but his passion and his like, he's really like, I want to do this. So that's why when we actually approached him for Bandana Issa. The song Bandana Issa when we're celebrating Issa. We were like, I called the bro. I said, "You've seen our guys that talk about Trio. What do you feel?" He said, "Yeah, he kind of reminds me like in his drive." So I kind of get it. Met him. He didn't know about Issa. That's how you know.
Because he's a Gen Z.
Yeah, that's how you know it's so important to connect because he knew about Issa more through the project.
Yeah.
And I always remember the second day of the video shoot because the first day, he was like, this is young kid. I'm like, you're...
Because, by the time Issa is dying, he was not even born.
He was born in 2004.
Oh, yeah. He wasn't born, yeah. So he wouldn't,
born.
Even though, so he was just like, why are guys talking about Issa and me and what? Then his mom kind of showed him. So the first day of the shoot, he was there, but he didn't, I don't think he really fully understand who Issa was. So even, he was a bit, I don't want to say nonchalant, but he was just like, yeah, it's cool. The second day now is when I called now the other veterans. So when he's coming for the shoot, he's seeing all the guys he looks up to, like Nyash,
everybody's there.
Jua Cali. So he's like,
damn.
This guy was who? Everybody party your bandana nivae. Yeah, like bro, he's seeing everybody like shikang Issa's things. And then I was like, that's why it's important for us to like take the names in, because now he went back and like, wow, now he said, now I feel good. That guys are saying, I am like Issa because now I see.
I understand.
He sees it
Before
now.
it's just like, Issa. So it's kind of like important for the culture to kind of make sure like we keep the names.
We
going,
need to archive. And that's what we were saying even earlier before. Is like we didn't do a good job in archiving.
And
documenting you guys.
Documenting, So CTA, the different things. It's cool. Even music-wise, people do remixes. Like, this was a song that was done before. Then you're like, okay, let me see it. And then who's this? And then you're like, oh. So you kind of like weave the storylines and all that. But for me, and I wanted also, I like work with younger guys because it gives me opportunity. And we mentor, you cross-mentor. So there are things I learn from the younger guys. When I sit, I'm like, okay, I'm learning what you do here and stuff. But also, I'm like, also, when we collaborate, make sure you're picking something.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you'd be foolish to just come out of here. So I know even with the trios, with all the guys like in that project, Nelly, the Goon, all that, spend a lot of time just talking or come home, hang out, and talk about not just the song, but life. Life, not even about music, life. Yeah, because me, I'm like, you need to understand, like, music is one of the things, but you have a
There's
life.
altogether.
Yeah, so don't lose yourself to a point that now. So just life, family, your mental health, all these things, how are you? The challenges, I'll tell them, like, yeah, there'll be a time your shine will dip.
Yeah.
Don't panic. It's normal. Everyone's shine dips.
Yeah.
Then you know how to either invent or readjust or what. So I like having those opportunities because the collaboration is more of, okay, let's learn from this process.
Next artist, Embarambara.
Wow, umenitupa.
Hata hiyo jitu.
Inafaa hivyo. Hata jitupa.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's a showman.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
And
he's
a
a
cloud
showman.
chaser.
Yeah, he's a showman and cloud chasing, of course.
Yeah.
And I get it. To get attention nowadays, bro, it just depends on what you can do.
Yeah.
Because me, the things I'll be like, I can't do that. I'm like, I mean, I want attention. I mean, I need to push a product, but
that's a lot.
and I just accept it, and I'm cool with it, and I'm like, okay, you can get many numbers, but I can't do that, so I have to find my way. So him is just like, okay, we can talk about him because he had to do something crazy.
Yeah.
So you just have to know what level of crazy. So him, I'm just like, do your
So
thing.
you don't need to
man.
be good at music or like Embaramba.
No in between.
Or both.
And you know, all his
Or both. There are guys who are good in music and they are like dramatic.
True.
Yeah, and
Shout out to
you.
CMB Prezo.
He was here on the phone.
Oh yeah.
like
CMB
things.
had his thing, man. And I would look and be like, I was like, and I keep saying, the best way to navigate life is observe before you judge. Because once you judge, you can't learn from it.
That's true.
Once you observe, you're like, okay, I don't agree with it, but let me see.
Yeah.
What's going to happen? And then you're okay. But when you judge, you already have locked yourself into this is what it is. And so that's how your brain will see. So even with praise, I would be like, okay. He's doing this. Why is he doing this? Oh, shit, and it's working.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't do this, but hey, would I fly a helicopter there? Hey, how much is it?
Over the fence.
No, laughter, baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I see why he's doing it. And he
And
has
he
this
sat there and
thing.
he said he invented showbiz in Kenya.
Yeah. He's like, it's showbiz and we would just be engaged with like, did that guy just say that one of his rings was the cost of that whole studio? Did he say it? Like you tell that, and then they laugh at it because I knew Prezo like as a personally as well. So I knew how funny he is. So I would know this is just his brand
doing the most,
thing.
yeah.
But behind the scenes, you sit with him like maybe we're going on a
super
trip.
chill.
Chill, but also super funny.
Hilarious.
He's not
In fact, when I was watching Big Brother, I was like, yeah, now we can see the Prezo who's a funny guy.
Yeah.
But I understood, the showbiz, and I'm like, yeah, you all have to create a brand. I had to create my own brand.
Yeah.
So I think when you align your brand with your values, it's easier.
Yeah.
Because if you go against, it can be hard.
How was so Nyashinski's return home?
Yeah.
How close were you with him when he was away? And because I know you were quite instrumental in him just settling back because it had been many years.
Yeah.
The industry had changed, so much had changed.
Yeah.
The guys he left at the top were no longer the guys at the top.
Yeah.
Straight up, yeah. I mean, we talk a lot, like, every so often, where he's just, like, trying to connect with what's happening at home. So, we talk. Even 1 or 2 tours when I was there, I'd meet him, and he's like, so what's going on? And I'm like, okay, things have changed.
Yeah, so
and guys are making a buck, man. Guys are making a buck. It's like, yeah, like, why aren't you coming back? Like, I don't think so. That's not for me, And I'm like, I mean, so I remember telling him, okay, bro, skiza, if you don't want to come, that's fine. Be a writer for people.
Because
he still had
His pen game is
So it's like, for real? I'm like, yeah, you can write. Now people are starting to get royalty payments, so maybe that. But that's a gift you can, whatever. So it's like, yeah. I said, yeah, even you can write for me. I'm like, yeah. But you'll make more money if you do it.
If you
own
do
shit and
yourself,
come.
true.
So he was now 50-50. And but I kept telling him, come. He's like, I'll come up and like 1-2 years. I'm like, I don't believe you. Then one day he's like, bro,
Come home.
Nico home. I'm like, for
He's
real?
already here.
Yeah, like he just
Relocated,
decided to just surprise and be like, I'm home. I don't want to keep saying I'm planning to come, but I'm home. So because when he was there, he showed me some songs. I was like, bro,
Bangers.
Recorded.
damn,
You just
yeah.
recorded for fun.
Yeah, I said for fun. I'm like, yo,
That's it.
some you're singing. I'm like, bro, this will kill you. Like, you sure? I'm like, yeah. They said, you know what? But we can experiment. Because it's like, now to come back as a singer, but I know guys know me as a rapper. And with every artist, when you're reinventing, it's scary.
Yeah.
But what's very weird with Nyash is that people want him as a rapper, but even Swing Sing Days, his dad was singing.
Yeah.
It's like,
No,
why
but
did the people
he-
didn't see that?
Yeah, people wouldn't really remember,
was
but
a balance.
his rap would stand out.
Okay,
More
yeah.
than the
More
singing.
More than the hooks.
than the singing and the
Okay.
hooks.
Yeah.
So now he was like, now I want to sing
Sing.
the thing. And now there was a debate on, how people accept him,
Yeah.
people not accept. It was a reinvention discussion. And I'm like, that song I think would be nice one. So when he came and he wasn't sure, that's how it said, let's do a collab. Because one thing I learned, exactly. Yeah. So now the
That's a
catch
nice
how collabos sometimes are strategic is when you're not sure what you want to do.
That's true.
So me, I always remember after Ninanoki, because Ninanoki was like a monster.
Yeah.
I was telling Lucas, I don't know what to
Do next.
I'm like, bro.
Yeah.
Then that's when he said, do a collab.
Then boom back.
Because the goodness is if it didn't work, you can just say, okay, that
Yeah, it was
combination,
an experiment.
it's not a
whatever.
single-
that combination didn't work.
Yeah.
It's not going to be judged as you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and then it worked.
It's a good way to look at it. When you're not
Yeah.
sure, you just try to do
Just
a collab.
do a collab, yeah. So
Like
you know
Kigongo
that.
Kuto nasema ni aliniambia tufanye.
Kitu kwa,
Hata
mimi
pia
nimwambia.
anasema ni yale.
Exactly. So that's what I was telling Yash. I was like,
Yeah.
just do it in that way,
Yeah.
then see what people are saying. So like remember, would literally be reading the comments like when you chat, and guys were like, so happy to see Nyash,
Yeah.
but I wish he could rap. So happy to see Nash, but I wish he could rap.
Well, this is his reintroduction now.
Yeah, so he's like, Monski, I'm not sure. Because he doesn't really rap in sometimes he doesn't really like go hard. But then he's like comments. So he's like, but one thing is sure, guys are happy to
That
see
he's back. Okay. So guys
it's
are
like-
happy to see me.
So already has released a bit of stress.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But it's like, but I don't know. I always remember he just by chance shows me now
you know.
the video. He had not shown me before.
Yeah.
So
He
me
already
and
shot it.
video and song. Even the song, I'd never seen the song. I never heard the song. So as we're debating on these other songs, and then he sends me now, the video, because we're debating about changing a few things.
Yeah.
I watched, it was VJ1 who sent me. First I told Nyash, why have we been struggling?
Na
This-
uko na
Yeah, and you
bomba
have
hapa.
banger.
This is the song. It's the same way like how when I got Sincere, I kind of felt like, this is my reinvention. Then I went to Lucas and I was like, it's the one. So even me, I told Nyash, all that thing you've been trying to wonder how to come back.
Forget.
This is it.
Yeah.
Because this one you sang and rapped.
Yeah.
And then the
Everyone's
story
happy.
is it's
The rawness
it's the
of
story.
you. That is you.
And then the video, I'm telling VJ1, don't touch. Because VJ1 like, I want to do some other things.
No.
You will come out. I told him, Vileiko. He's like, are you sure? I'm like, bro.
Don't touch
Let's
it.
not debate. This is it.
This is a
Trust
ready
me.
project.
It's done. Don't touch. So we talked about then they're like, okay, maybe we are the ones who are overthinking.
Yeah.
Your song in Kuja, Reinvention,
Kaenda.
full 100%.
Now he was sure.
Oh no, when the song okay, before I was not sure, like should I then of course you talk it all, then I'm like, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it kinda like, you need some people to affirm you.
Yeah, for sure.
But when it came out, it's like, okay.
Sometimes unanidora rafiki, si mimi ndo nakushow.
Mimi
ndo nakushow.
Kwani uniamini? Mbona unaniambia wewe unaniamini au unaniamini? No, si hivyo. Unajua inaenda. Yeah, I was so sure about it.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you don't know what the answer is until you see it.
Yeah.
So that was a nice reinvention. I was happy for him because I knew the struggle of coming back, and I knew that he can benefit, but he's like reaping it. But see, that's a gift. You just have a gift.
Kuja may apply to pressure every
He's too
day.
talented,
Yeah,
man.
it's a
too
gift.
talented.
It's a gift where you just seem to be able to come to a space, feel the energy, and know how to communicate it in melody
And still have it.
And
So I remember the first time I had Now You Know, and then there was the show at Westgate, his first show ever. Was it
Yeah.
Westgate, some underground place?
No. It was it was me.
Yes.
Yeah. It was
Niliona tu poster hivi.
it was in the roof. It was
rooftop.
actually a roof where they were trying to
Parking,
make a pool. So it was but it felt like a parking.
Uf, nilifika mapema, sijaifika show watu bado wakipanga vitu.
Uko too late. Uko nyasha
Me,
merudi.
I had Now You Know for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Because I used to be on radio in uni, and then King Kaka for some reason had it on his WhatsApp. So when he came for my show, and then he's like, hey, and I was talking about Nyash. For some reason, Klepto is like, oh shit, actually I have a song. I take Najina, then I can tumia. So I used to play it on air.
Yeah.
For
That's crazy.
like 3 years before it came out. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
The audio, yeah. Now you know. So we didn't even know what it's called because you know the way WhatsApp audios are unknown. In a WhatsApp,
I don't think Nani knows that.
now who?
I don't think even Nyash.
Yeah, so someone leaked it and then me I had it.
Ikatembea.
Yeah, me nilikuwa tu nayo.
Wow.
We even I can't remember exactly what, but we called it something else.
That's crazy.
So kuna introduce aje?
Because see, we gave it a name, so we used to play it because we liked it.
Yeah.
So we just play it on air.
That is.
Yeah. So when the video dropped, I was like, "Whoa!
This is the song.
I
This
had
is the song.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I had it in 2015. That's when I did Campus Radio. This is Kitambo.
And then the lyricism.
Yeah.
So that was,
Nyashinki is
that
crazy.
was a
bro.
good. That was a good invention for me.
Unaona ikiwaka?
Nini?
Kuna mtu semanga lazima iwaka.
Ati?
Kuna mtu semanga lazima
Lazima iwaka. Unaona ikiwaka?
Sorry, mini. I'm lost.
Okay, yeah.
Unaishi county gani?
Basically, it's
Who's your governor?
It's just like governance, man. Okay, from where we sit, we just like there's just so much going wrong, and we are. So it's very easy to disconnect, but I feel like we're in a state of we're just desensitized. Like
I talk
zimekuwa
about now,
mingi,
siasa-wise.
yeah, zimekuwa too much things happening mpaka saizi tu hata
Just
sijali
like
anymore.
whatever.
Nakwanga new tax imekuja.
Oh, you're saying. Yeah. I mean, for me, when I study like how societies evolve and what, I kind of like, honestly, like I understand why we are a bit bogged for some time.
Okay.
Like even just the fact that there are many tribes and the way it makes people not just objectively choose right, the way our culture is more of don't question.
Okay.
Like how people are brought up, you don't question in church, you don't question in the house. You have to so you kind of like realize, okay, until that culture comes out, it'll be very hard to pick the right people.
Got you.
It's going to be very hard. So you'll all be like, why are guys they're easily manipulated? Why are guys? Then you realize it's not their fault. It's just how you're brought up.
Yeah.
You're brought up and told,
Don't
like,
question authority.
me used to be in church, I'm like, kuna vitu gani? Excuse me, I make sense. Buddha. Acha udauti Thomas hapa unafuata.
Yeah.
So unasema, okay, in class, you're like, you ask the teacher like, stop asking questions.
Yeah.
At home, manze, you're like, this is how we do things.
Yeah.
And so if you
Accountability
imagine
hakuna.
like, that's how every home is bringing up children and people. You don't know how it's so easy for someone to take advantage and say, you know, and I tell people this, they'll just believe.
Yeah.
So you
It's
kind
such a nice way to look at it.
no. So you kind of
It makes
tell
sense,
that you kind of tell that like until a new generation of guys who question
Gen Zs.
and question. People look at it badly, but it's good. Question. Me, I tell my kids, challenge me.
Nice.
Because I don't have all the answers.
Yeah.
And I'm okay to be challenged because you have to be secure enough to be okay to be challenged.
Yeah.
So that you say, if you have a better way, I'll adopt
Tell
it.
me.
Yeah.
So now that's the culture that has to, that's how fast people have to be.
Yeah.
And then the next thing that has to die off is tribes.
Yeah.
Because the more there are tribes, the more
Wahu
there are tribes.
anashinda ai manze.
Hii
Maziwa.
maziwa. Hii maziwa. Tutakunywa lini ya?
But we're almost done.
Yeah, so you begin to, you know, and my daughter was studying sociology, and it's just how you study how societies evolve and how things happen. Then you see it, and you're like, you don't even now get pissed off. You kind of be like, it's going to be pretty hard for some time until now, guys. So like 2-3 generations until guys are like, yeah,
Enough is
it's,
enough.
It's not even about enough. It's like how we just select people is just genuinely like, what are you bringing to the table? Like, you can't lie. So even the people are like, okay, this generation is not like
The
two
ones.
times before we used to tell them this. These guys just see through it. So now, if you don't have a proper policy, it can't work. So we have to change strategy. But now, I just say, this guy's tribe is this chair. You just become red with anger against another tribe. You get, you're not thinking straight. You're easily manipulated. So I'm like, through all these different whatevers. Yeah. So it's as you say, people become lethargic to it. People become like whatever, and you can't understand. Yeah. So for me, I'm just like, I try to be optimistic and say it's bad, but it's also not that bad.
Yeah.
To be honest, because there are places that it's
Yeah.
Even
worse.
crazier.
Yeah.
And then it will maybe live in evolution. So you just
It'll
know
get better.
things evolve. And yeah, you just know it's very painful. Like even in the industry that we argue about things, I'm just like, it's annoying, but then it has to happen slowly. Yeah, an industry changes slowly. It's very hard for you to just, we finally understood. And that's in the music industry, we struggle because you're comparing yourself with an industry that's 100 years older than you, an industry that has different whatevers, and people can see it, so they'll judge you based on that, but you don't know how that one has evolved through mistakes and to get where they are. Others have different buying power, others have, stuff like that. So when you see all that, you kind of be like, okay, guys can't get it, so they'll bitch, but
Yeah.
it's normal. So sioni kiwaka.
Wow. Lastly, from my end, when you're in those groups and communities, architectures from Kenya, architects, akimwacha kujenga zile manyumba. What's that called? Kikuyu something. Zile
Kikuyu architecture.
What is that?
It's called Kikuyu Gothic.
Yeah. Why?
Yeah, it's painful. Yeah, it's legit painful where a guy has money.
Yeah,
and
but that's
then
what he wants.
And a style.
He has money,
Yeah.
and then he gives someone else who is his friend.
I know someone cheaper.
Yeah, it's his friend.
Yeah.
Who and this is what I want, and this guy, I'll give you what you want. And but to be honest, there's also the challenge of trying to change a client's idea of what they want. So you imagine this is what you eat. Okay? This is your bread and butter. The guy's telling you to do something, you're like, ungeifanya hivi. Anaona, wewe unaanza kunisumbua.
Acha nitafute.
Wacha nitafuta mtu
Someone
sasa.
else.
Okay, unatakaje? Mimi nataka wewe. Sawa. Hivyo, you have it. Because
Why are you describing my dad? I'm telling, when I went to school and then I told him, Dad, do you have some floor plans? We've been asked to come with floor plans. We studied them. He gave me the plan for our house.
Yeah.
I was like, which is this house? And I said, ndio hii tunaishi. I'm like, nah, bro. What? Where's the family room? It's in the bedroom, your brother. Where's the walk-in closet?
Just up.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So there's that, and then there are those who actually think that that's a good design, which is sad. But I'm also seeing now the new generation changing the architecture, and I'm like, okay.
Like I went to
It's a process.
Tatu City, Kijani Ridge. Oof.
Nice ones.
Really nice houses.
Really nice houses. Yeah. So you can just see it happening.
Yeah.
It's just that we're in that transition of seeing Kikuyu Gothic, and it's the most painful because you can say there was money here.
And then
It's a huge house. It wasn't like it's not like there was no money.
Yeah.
There was.
So what do you think about Calligraph's house? The whole episode was to trap you to this point.
I'm like, this was the whole point.
So give my advice to the best yako.
What was your friend as an architect?
I told guys. I told you one thing earlier. You know, I'm a kid.
I'll fix this one
No.
out.
Me, I told you guys earlier. Okay? Don't judge. Observe. I'm telling you.
So
I'm telling you. Don't judge, observe. You look and say, someone can look and say, okay, I don't see, I don't get. If you don't. Me, by the way, I look and I'm like, okay, interesting, let me see. You know, what's for real. No, for real.
Yeah.
There's no, I'm like, okay, I know if I sit with him and he can explain to me some things, I'll be like, okay, maybe I see.
as an architect, I'm as David
a
Mao.
friend,
As
exactly.
David Mao, as Nameless.
I think I've navigated life very happily because I'm just like,
You just flow.
and then I'm like, oh, okay.
That's what you think, babe.
No, I see. Oh, I didn't see that part, or even by okay, I didn't see that part, and whatever it is. So for me, I'm like, when I'm looking, I'm like, wow, this is a big house. No, what is this?
You know what this is the equivalent of? Usha introduce dem yako kwa mtu alafu asema as long as you're happy.
A disclaimer at the beginning of the episode.
You know, guys are like, this is the babe I'm into. I'm DMing her. We're going on a date.
If you like it, I love
you. You really like her. Yeah.
I love
Powerful.
Hapo umesema. Mimi pete zito. Zito. Mimi pete zito.
Calligrapher akiweta housewarming. I'm sure you guys will be like, you're happy with this house.
No.
Tukule nyama.
No. Me,
shout out to
I'm
the
just
original.
like, yeah. Okay, now let's be on the real.
Yeah.
Okay? For an artist to be able to build
Yeah, that's something.
a big house like that, I think guys are even missing the point. Like, yeah, there's money. There's a lot of money. I'm telling you, there are small things that guys do, small and big things depending, that have another effect. Not even, you are doing something for yourself like this, and someone is like, women no gari kama hii. You get? Like, you know what I mean? What are they called? Satusol will tell me, like, you didn't even know there's a day you pitted us with your beamer in Kani. They were walking.
Yeah. Now I'm a Kuja gig.
They were coming for a gig where they were starting on something. Or I don't know where they were going, but they were walking. And they told me that I pitied them. I didn't know them, of course.
Yeah.
But them, they were just like, to them, they were just like,
Inaweza fanyika.
They
so
come
it's
where you-
me, I don't know. Me, I'm just from your transport, naenda, nini. But to someone else, is like an inspiration.
It's possible.
It's possible. So for me, I love seeing guys do stuff, big, small. It doesn't even matter. Because for me, I'm seeing the bigger picture of there are guys who are like, you need nyumba ya nani? Nani amenunua range? I was with Otile the other day. I was like, you don't even know. As much as amenunua hii range, kuna watu wengi wamesema.
It's possible.
Iko possible? Okay.
Tusukume.
So ujui kuna legions za watu wanasukuma na juu ya hivyo.
True.
Yeah. So everyone, let me tell you the truth. That's why I tell you, don't judge, observe. Everyone needs their fuel. Yeah. If calligraph, if that's his fuel, keep killing it. So I know my fuel is different. So I don't judge a fuel. Someone tells me, and I've had to learn to live with people like that.
Gotcha.
Even my own wife, there's some things I'll be like, miss kubali kwa hiyo. But kama hiyo ndio inakupatia energy kuendelea, I mean, but that's not my fuel. So there's some people who like, even me, I sat down with Camilo and I was like, bro, why is your life so dramatic? I was like, bro, what's going on, bro? Like, sit with me and explain to me. I remember when Bujumbura, and we're just there we've been taken now for sound check. So like, bro.
Yeah. Like, why is your life? What's going on?
Like every time, because he's cooled down now. He's German. And he told me, somehow it's his fear.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, I'm like, let me just throw myself in a hole. But the geniusness I will come out of that hole is what gives me hits.
Strategy.
It's not even strategy. It's just your subconscious just pushing you, and you without knowing is pushing. So as long as you're aware,
Yeah.
So if calligraph says this is what gives me the, me, I'm like, power to
He's inspired a small boy from Kurio. Even you one day you can live in a business park.
Bro, we're trying to
After all that,
do this agenda, bro.
Personally, me,
You took it personally.
watu wamesoma hii kitu. Wani kama wanze kuambia daktari wako hisi homa. Nani amekupima?
Yani architect. Ni sawa.
We've talked, but you're going to be like,
Imagine, and me, I see the logic.
I struggled house hunting. Niko like, who alichoraje hivi sasa?
I give up.
Yake itakuwa house one. That's a plaza warming. How do you have a mezzanine in your own house?
You just say plaza warming.
Bro.
Oti anakuja. Oti miss
Hey, Mimi, I want him to keep the same energy when calligraph comes.
I know.
And I'll send you.
Down na vile ujama atakuwa amejinyenyekea tu hapo tu on the side, but there I'm like, sasa
By the way, nice house. How much did you spend on just doors? Why do you have 40 doors in your house?
Anyway, this is, I mean, the industry right now, it's so vibrant in so many ways. All from acting, comedy, DJing, like influencing, socializing, like this
Podcasting.
podcast. Hey, Buddha, relax.
I just want
Relax, nilikuwa nakam nayo. I was coming to just gonga the proper one. Umejileta.
Ama sisi we don't deserve to live in a plaza. Sisi tuishi tuko mansions.
So it's
nyumba hilo ni jumba.
But it's true though, it is a jumba.
Ni kubwa, yeah. So anyway, long and short, there's so much to see and learn and what. So it's for me it's exciting. It's interesting. I'm like, wow, what did that guy do? Okay, and every time I can sit with that person, I'll be like, okay, is this shit working? Okay, and this part, okay. And I'm like, no, that makes sense why you're doing this. Now I get why you're rolling in the mud. I would not have got it, but now I get that's what's happening. Roll around them. You get So for me, I'm like, just observe.
Listen, man, thank you so much for making time, and this has been so much fun. I don't even know how long we've been sat
here. I know
it's
been long, bro.
I know.
I know.
It feels like 10 minutes.
But it doesn't feel like that because
I know, it's been
2 hours. Imagine, it doesn't feel like 2 hours. And we could still keep going.
I know.
If we went back to the music, we could
never stop.
Yeah, the music.
Architecture, personal life.
Actually, we'll have you back na tuongee juu architecture sasa.
Yeah. Hapa sasa tusikilize maswali. Tunaweza kama tupige mastori. Sindio? Piga tu mastori.
Alafu tukoneshe nyumba za maselebu sijaje.
Wow. We can read for fun.
What do you think about Sonko's interior?
Jamani, tupa blows.
Another one.
It's like you said, but you said something that I've taken home.
Yeah.
There was money there. Test haikuwa.
Outside the window.
Money was spent. Of course, Calif and Messi mob.
This is a nice point to end it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
No.
Appreciate it.
It's been
Asante sana. And I hope we can have you back next year. Tulie, then urudi tena.
Yeah. I think next year is a big year for me, so I'm sure I'll be the one knocking down on your doors.
Please, when you're ready, let us know.
I'm doing a lot of music. I've taken a break, but I'm working on it.
We're getting some new music?
Yay!
I'm working on EP. Because next year is a big year for me. We're talking. I said 99 was Mega Rider, so if you calculate that's 25 years. So
Quarter century.
That's a quarter century.
He's not even 25 years old.
He's turning 24 today.
Yeah, he's turning 24 today.
Imagine.
Wow.
And we have an intern who's not here today. He's 19.
He's 19.
I know, it's crazy. Yes. So for me, it's something to celebrate. And so I'm in that space now. A lot of recording. As I prepare myself, of course, it'll be a hectic year, busy year, keeping going out there. Pushing stuff it gets hectic.
Yeah, it does.
So I'll definitely want to come here, come with my things. Even me, I'll give you gifts.
Ooh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Yes.
And but thanks for having me, guys.
I appreciate you, man.
It was awesome. It was funny. Yeah, nowadays, unfortunately, I laugh too much, I get a headache. So I was trying to reduce, but my...
Too late.
So Panadol. Wife aliniambia, have you taken your Panadol? Yeah, najua. Yeah, I kind of have that. So when I was like, don't do this, man. But amen.
Thank you, sir. Please pass our regards to Wahu. We're such fans.
Thanks.
And
I'll do that.
Yeah, to the family as well.
I'll tell her hajapata gift.
Mimi najua utacheza kama husband. Utaenda mwambie, babe, I got you something.
Hatujafanya outro.
You have to do the outro.
Just need to do the outro.
Bibi amepiga mara 4.
Sawa. Let's finish. Anyway, Nameless episode 113. We're matching.
Over 26. This is
This is the Brunch Club.
Over 26. Welcome back to
The mics are closed.
Now, when you watch it, you'll understand.